How about now? Because here's what's happened. When we first got the cam, so first got the camera, there's this issue where I would watch some of the stuff back, and there was a 25-second lag, or not 25 seconds. God, that'd be horrible. Like 0.5 seconds. So you could see it if you were looking at the little camera in the corner. But so then I figured out if you start it post stream, it won't do that. And ever since now it's started, it doesn't work anytime I connect the first time. So I got to connect it the first time after the stream, turn it off, turn it back on again, and that seems to work it. Not the most elegant of solutions. So I'll tell you that much. But here we are, Season 4, the Dragonslayer Dynasty, here with the UAB Blazers. You know them, you love them. But these aren't your fathers, they aren't your grandfathers, UAB Blazers. Gone are the days of Jalen Kitna. Gone are the days of Brock Glenn. We have a true dual threat star here in Bryce Baker, looking to set the record for most touchdowns in a season here at UAB. I think he needs 3 to tie and 4 to take it outright. We've got at least one more game. I think actually we have at least 2 more games, being this and the American Conference Championship, for him to hit that. So we got Bryce Baker. You know the studs. Bo Jackson, of course, still on the team. He's likely to... he might get drafted, but he's likely to stick around for one more season. We will see. Rashard Garrison, unlikely to. But we should be keeping a lot of our running back depth and talent. George Ring likely going to be drafted. Bryce Kane, these have been the duo at the top of our receiving leaderboards. Jacaden Ferguson, he's been a junior transfer that we picked up in the portal. He has been awesome. He'll probably lead the room next season if I had to venture a guess. And Robert Spain, elite dev, he could make a big jump next year. We've kept that championship contender high, so he is likely to stick around. Gavin Correa, he has been awesome in the red zone. I want to say he's got 4 touchdowns. Rangers only got the 1. But he has been a solid red zone threat for us. Again, offensive line, not a ton of big dogs to speak of. Where we really have our stars, Jaden Scarlett on the edge has been great. He's going to graduate, as will Zachariah Keith. Deshaun Bragg, who knows if he will be truly the next one to kind of step into the fray there. And Tavius Elder is also going to be gone, as is Camden Hardy. So this stream is going to be interesting because we are going to be losing a lot of our seniors that have kind of grown with us, developed with us. Nnamdi Agboko, chief among them. You might notice, if you're a long-time watcher, where is Cornell Burton? I thought he was pretty good. Where did he go? Well, as you can see, he's down here because he has broken his wrist. He will be missing for our key rivalry game against Memphis, which is how we're going to start off this episode. Battle for the Bones. It doesn't get bigger. We have yet to beat Memphis in a rivalry game, maybe because EA has decided that every single season we're going to play it on the road. And his presence will be missed on the defensive line. So, big piece missing here. Swan song for Dylan Kidd, but most importantly, Nnamdi Agboko. I mean, he is just... He is going to be irreplaceable next season. And as you can look, all along the defensive line, we've got a lot of guys graduating. And we don't have a lot of young guys to replace them. So, we'll need to look at that in the portal. We've got no real linebacking talent outside of Ty Jackson, who again has been awesome. I believe was an All-American last season. Zendaya, who is constantly threatening to transfer but never does it. Dylan Dog, talk about a great name. Kenton Allen, the defense still needs a little bit of work, and once our seniors graduate, it could look worse for us, but we do have some help on the way. We've got some solid depth here at corner, a lot of guys that'll stick around. Obviously, Ben Hanks Jr., who's been a beast for us, will graduate. But yeah, the stars, you know them, you love them. Bryce Baker, Bo Jackson, George Ring, Bryce Kane. Truly some giants. If we go and just get a quick update on recruiting. As you know, if you watched last episode, Anthony Vildor, the 5-star, our first 5-star in program history, has committed. We're likely going to lose out on Tim Miles, but we're keeping the hours there anyway. We got Nicholas Duzabel, Devin Manning, Zeke Karoma, all guys that they're not playing the skill positions, but they are going to make a big impact for us. Frederick Duff. So we've gotten some 4-star talent. We're chasing down some 3-star talent that we're likely to get, including the top kicker in the entire nation, the top kicking prospect, Jamie Gizzy. And then we've got, some gems. We've got a gem at wide receiver in Maurice Angel. We've got a gem at right guard in Max Denson. We've already signed a gem at right tackle in Garrison Provo. Marlon Creech could be a key piece of the receiving room down the line. He's already going to start off out of the box with 91 speed. Dennis Prude, another gem. So this class is looking, quite frankly, phenomenal. Tavares Briggs, 86 speed out of the box. So Mike White. I do mean Mike White. That is correct. He will be renamed. Jamie Gizzy will become Mike White. Good call out. So we are going to take on the battle for the bones. This is huge for us. We need to, this is our rival. They have honestly, quite frankly, dominated us. They broke Bo Jackson's collarbone last season, an injury which repeated itself again this season. Nothing to do with Memphis, although I still suspect they may have taken out a hit on our star running back. But this is going to be a huge game. If we win this, we go undefeated in conference play, and we have an outside shot at making the college football playoffs for the first time, and potentially winning the American Conference for the first time. So we're going to get into it. I think for this one, we are still going to play the moments. I have not decided what it will look like for conference championship, playoff, anything like that. I'm going back and forth on playing the full game versus playing the moments. Don't know how it's going to play out. Largely because I don't feel very confident defensively. So sometimes I think the sim probably helps a little bit with that. But it's a rivalry game. We're turning up the crowd noise a little bit. Ranked team on the road yet again at Memphis. Huge game for the program. I'm excited. This is probably the most consequential episode of the UAB Dynasty so far. It's the best the team has ever been. We've got a lot of seniors, so the window is short. And the defense already needs our help. That was not the first pop-up I was hoping to see. Okay, let's get back into this. I still am not very confident in match coverage, mostly because I don't really understand the rules. But we are going to play standard cover 3. They're running the football and spins to nowhere, but still a 5-yard gain for Earl Abinjo. Let's keep mixing up. We're going to keep mixing cover 2 looks, cover 3 looks, some blitzes here and there. Let's take a turn with Ogboko on the line. It's a read option. Linebackers are slow to respond, but it's a fumble. Huge hit. And what a play by the defense. They're always clamping up in the red zone. Huge fumble, setting the tone in the rivalry game. Massive play. I'm trying to wait to see if we get a replay, perhaps. Parker Flavors, again, incredible name. The cornerback, nobody gets to him. Gets there, punches the ball out. That's an excellent play. And we're in the red zone. We're on the 2-yard line. This is where we have the opportunity to get ahead early. Bo in the backfield alongside our star quarterback, Bryce Baker. This is not the friendliest front to run into, but I believe in the O-line. I should have dove. Bo doesn't get much there. This is a far friendlier. They don't have anybody in the box. They're all spread out. And Rashawn, I think that was Garrison. I think that was Garrison. Yes. Rashawn Garrison gets in, gets the touchdown in the rivalry game. Rashard Garrison, excuse me, gets the touchdown in the rivalry game. We are off to a quick 7-0 lead. And talk about a change in momentum. They were on, or they were about to be on the 1-yard line. We stop them. We come all the way back, and we score almost immediately. Let's get some pressure in. Let's call a little blitz. Play with Ogboko here. I don't know who their quarterback is. We can't get home, and we get their unblocked rusher, Juwan Johnson. I don't know how you say his name, but that was a good blitz. Switch into a little man coverage here. Try and hold strong, hold tight. Let's blaze up. And that's simply too easy. They don't get anything going there. We're gonna call a little Tampa 2 defense here. Got some tight ends. They're gonna run the ball? No, play fake. And Ogboko gets home for the sack. We are gonna miss him dearly. Nnamdi Ogboko, he has been likely our best defensive player in the entire Dynasty. He dishes out the punishment on the defensive line. I mean, he bullies that interior offensive line. Special player, and we're gonna hold him to 3. Still early in this game though, still first quarter. Still a long way to go. That one is right down the middle. Playing the moments. As we know, they give, they take. Back on defense. I'd like another cover 3 look. Sorry, cover 2 look. Little Tampa 2. We've got Kenny Pete down here. And is that another sack? This time, it's going to be Sims. I believe that's Dylan Sims. We're soaking it in. We're watching the replays. George Sims, excuse me. Not often playing with Burden usually out there. And our interior is absolutely putting in work. But the offense, I mean, we're not getting any offensive moments. I don't know why this is the lone coach suggest. We will not be doing that blitz package. Thank you very much. Going to be covering over the middle. Little nervous here. But our D-line's been getting pressure all game. And we stiff the quarterback with our user. 3rd down. This is one of our few offensive moments. Offense has been quite quiet in Sim. Don't know if I love this look. Let's get Ring. Let's get Ring on a corner route. Maybe try and pull that safety. And it's a pick. That's not the read. That's not the read. I panicked there. And once again, we're playing defense. That one was completely my fault, though. Completely my fault. Rayshawn Monroe on the blitz. We don't want to let them get this easy one off. And the safety gets turned around. Couldn't cover 2 men at once. And we are in trouble yet again. That's why that interception is so huge. And they successfully run that option 3 yards. We'll let them have that. We want to bring in a man look every now and then. And when we play man, it looks like Ogboko is off the field too. That run goes nowhere. If we can hold him to 3 here, that would be huge. We're apparently a top 10 defense against the run, the commentators are saying. I don't know. I got to see if Ogboko is injured because he has not been out there at all. He's bruised his sternum. He's out for the game. So our top 2 defensive tackles are out. Backups are going to have to step up. Next man up. That's how it goes in football. They cannot convert. Man defense clamps them up. And we have been stout in the red zone. Offense has to pick it up. Because the defense is playing, bend, not break. 2-minute drill, get some points. All right. It is all in our hands now. I don't really understand these coach suggestions. I guess we have 6 seconds till the 2-minute warning. I'm really liking the look for a ring here. Can't really get much, though. So that's going to take us to the 2-minute timeout. We need to try and get some points here. I hate to do it, but I want to send. That hot right not work? He can't hear me. I'm trying to send Kane on a fade, and he finally hears me. Let's try and get out of here. And Bryce Baker with a nice little gain gets out of bounds, conserving our timeouts. We're going to try and run it up the gut. And simply just no room. No room. We've got to punt it. Can't let them take the lead before the half. But that's I'll be honest, disappointing possession. Should have audibled when we saw that look. We did not. We did not. And it looks like we are in the red zone. So we went to the half up 1. This has not been the offense's best day. But it has been quite the day for the defense. Let's feed Bo. Bo breaks a couple tackles, gets 8 yards there. That's a beautiful run. We will take that every day of the week. They've got a lot of guys at the line. And we have George Ring for the touchdown. Huge, huge play. He was not my first read. I saw him streaking over the middle. And George Ring, just wide open. He's our best receiver. We got to feed him more. We have to feed him more. Big third down, make the stop. 3rd and 6. We'll call a zone blitz with 2 deep. Hello, viewers. We are in the final game of our 4th season at UAB, playing the battle for the bones. And safety does get there. I think that's Kenny Pete with the huge pass breakup. We have never won this rivalry game. It looks like an interception. I think that's Ben Hanks. I think that's an intercept. We're going to check that, though. That's an interception by Ben Hanks for Ford. He has gotten an interception, I want to say, in each of the past 3 games. So we get the ball back, down low. This could be the drive that sets us up very well to win. Bryce Kane gets 2 yards. It's not sexy, it's not flashy. But we do appreciate it. I don't like this call. I feel like they've got a lot of guys on the left side. Right side looks pretty open. Baker's going to go down. And Bryce Baker, just making things happen with his legs. Honestly, the plan was always going to be to run with Baker there. And just The blocking was not there. We know the offensive line is not the strength of this team, so we have to be a little conservative in that regard. Strength of this team is its skill players. Garrison, can he get to the edge? He cannot. We're on the 4. This is simply a massive, massive stand. I like this. Oh my goodness. The trailing defender catches up to Kane. This is a huge decision. We're at the end of the third quarter. Chat, what do you think? We're up 8. We could go up 2 possessions with a field goal here, or we can try to go up 15 points with the touchdown. I don't know if I should go for a field goal or touchdown here. 2 possessions is big, but we are on the 4. Aggressive instincts lead me to say, let's go for it. Alexander, glad to see you approve. We're turning up the crowd noise. And that wasn't the read. That wasn't the read. They are in bad field position. But it looks like they've driven down the field a little bit. Call it cover 3. I wanted to make some coverage adjustments, was too slow. And they're going to have to settle for 3 here. Maybe they go for it on 4th. They are going for it on 4th down. Huge. I mean, it's just huge play after huge play. Underneath, we want to press them. And we stop them. Huge stop on 4th down. The pressure gets home, forces a bad throw, and the offense is in the red zone again. This time, I think we want to be running the ball. We want to be taking down some of the clock, and I think if we do not convert, we're going to be kicking a field goal here. Bo with a huge run. Chase Pinkston brings him down, but a 14-yard gain. I think that was Bo's longest of the day. Huge. Rashard Garrison in for Bo. We're letting the clock tick down, down, down. You know, we ran into the blocker. Wasn't the best play. But we're bringing the clock down. Garrison might be free. I'm also interested in Kane and Ring on that outside. And now the clock's not running. That's why, I mean, do I regret throwing there? No. But that's the danger of throwing there. You know what? Grubbs, this is our 3rd string back. He's got some speed. He's probably the heir apparent next year. And we can't get it, but we are going to go up. The computer wants us to go for it. I don't know if I agree with that. I don't know if I agree with that decision. We're going to kick it here. Here's my rationale. Why do you kick it now and not last time? Last time, way more time on the clock. This time, we're going to be able to get this down to about 3.5 minutes. This is 2 scores. This is 2 scores here. It's gonna I mean, it's the computer, so look. Can they come back from this? Absolutely. We're gonna change our coverage adjustments underneath. No, I thought I had lurked it. I was too high. Analytics said kick it. That they did. big end-of-game drive, hold on to lead. It looks like they settled for the field goal, so they still would need a touchdown and a 2-point conversion. But we have seen the games against Memphis in the battle for the bones in this series. They have gotten wacky, wild, weird. It's a rivalry game. You would expect nothing less. Bo stumbling forward for a few. We're not putting the ball in the air this entire drive. We may call a read option here, though. They know we're running. Where do they commit? Little risky with Bryce Kane. Yes, I don't like the idea of passing the ball here. I know the chances of conversion would be higher if we passed, but I want to guarantee that they have no timeouts. And we can't get there. We have to punt. Tough offense all day, has not been able to make the big plays, and that's a horrible punt. That's a horrible punt. Could we be selling yet again? I knew they would put me in here. I'm a little worried. I'm not going to lie. I have seen this script before against this very same team. They play us tough always. If you want to settle over the middle, that's going to burn a ton of clock. We're watching them over the middle. Screen look. And the pressure gets home. I wasn't even looking. 5 wide. 5 wide. This might be crazy. We're bringing the heat. We're bringing the heat on 3rd down. It might be absolutely terrible decision. Gets the hands up. I couldn't tell who that was. Huge play. 4th and 4. This is for the ball game. We're playing with the spy. We have... And Pratt is too slow. That's brutal. Pratt is too slow on the coverage. They spiked the ball. 47 seconds. We could have gotten off the field there. Probably that was not the good call. That was likely not a good call. I don't know how I feel about this call. Kenny Pete's dropped down. Oh no! Simply could you expect anything less? Could you expect anything less? Tavon Osborne. It's just horrible pursuit angle from the safety, and then just wins the foot race. That's just awful. More options. We're playing the full game from here on out. Look. Do we still have a chance here? Yes. How do I feel about it? And they convert the 2-point. Our lack of taking that field goal stings. But my word. Every single... if someone were to make a compilation of all of our games against this team, you would see so much heartbreak. I'm rattled yet again. I am rattled. Truly. And now we're chucking it deep. Oh my god! Oh my god! No way! No shot! I just threw that up there. No fucking way. And that was Bo Jackson, because of course it was Bo Jackson. Holy shit. Look, here's what I'm seeing before the play. The safety, I mean, honestly, I'm deciding this, but the safety has his back turned to Bo on the outside. I know, and he's following this tight end here. I honestly thought it was one of our wide receivers. I truly did not think it was Bo. We throw it deep, and I mean, Bo has multiple steps, and I mean, absurd catch. He's got, I mean, luckily we're playing college rules, because he barely has the 1 foot in. He barely has the 1 foot in. But I mean, tail of the tape, that was an obscene catch. I truly can't believe it. Now this would still be a 51-yard field goal. I would like this to be in the lower 40s. We'll call a timeout here. They can't stop the clock. I'm still honestly in disbelief. An incredible play from a running back. Running a route on the outside. We're going to call another timeout. We'll call our final timeout with about 4 seconds to go. Right now, this field goal is makeable. Unbelievable. 4th and inches, we don't care about that. We're calling the timeout with 4 seconds to go. "42-yard field goal for the win. We're right down Main Street. And for the first time in school history, UAB wins the battle for the bones. Look at the boys celebrating. Our perfect season in conference play is solidified. Regular season conference play, at least. We're getting our spot in the American Championship. A sweaty game, to say the least. I cannot believe that throw from Bryce Baker and that catch from Bo Jackson. I mean, we're seeing it again. I don't know where the cameraman is looking, because that was, I mean, that you couldn't see anything that was going on there. But Bo finds ways to etch himself into, if not the history books, into our minds, our imaginations, our hopes and dreams for the future. Bo Jackson, that was absurd. I still truly cannot believe it. We don't have a great day on the ground. 97 yards, 2.6 a carry, not the best. We don't have a great game through the air. We have a horrible game on 3rd down. But all that matters is that scoreboard. Screenshot it, send it to your Memphis Tigers fan friends. Bryce Baker, I mean, stat line doesn't tell the full tale of the tape. He was great, yet again. Bo Jackson, not the best day on the ground, but we don't care about that. Because through the air, he had maybe one of the most consequential catches in program history. George Ring, 6 for 82 and a touchdown. Bryce Kane, 6 for 52. Bo, you already know. Correa, 2 for 43. Jacaden Ferguson, a little quiet, 1 for 10. On the defensive side of the ball, let's check it out. Rayshawn Monroe, our cornerback, that's interesting, led the team in total tackles. A bunch of guys had a tackle for loss, as you can see here. Ogboko, before he went out with an injury. We did that all without Ogboko or Cornell Bird, so just let that sink in. Wow. That was one. I mean, every year we play Memphis, and every year is a tight game. I don't know why I'm surprised. In fact, I'm not surprised. That game was... Hold on. Before we sim ahead, I just got a little pop-up down below. It said... Let's see, where is our trophy case? Trophy room. It has said we now have the Bones Trophy. We're gonna admire this one. The Bones Trophy. I mean, look at that. It goes to the winner of the Battle for the Bones. First played in 1997, the game features a 94-pound bronze rack of ribs as its prize. With both cities known for their barbecue, the rivalry includes a fan-favorite barbecue competition, adding off-field flavor to an intense on-field showdown filled with pride and tradition. So happy to bring the Bones Trophy back to UAB where it belongs for the first time in this dynasty. I mean, I know they were not as good this year. That doesn't matter week to week. An electrifying game. Heart's still racing. We've got a new... Devonta Slayton, he had that one on TV. And he saw that and he said, I need to get to UAB. I need to be a Blazer. I need to blaze on. Tavares Briggs, same thing. The gospel of Coach Wade is spreading. We do lose out on the 5-star Tim Miles. Unfortunate. We doesn't look like we're at risk of many players transferring. A few here and there. Bo is, I suppose, at risk of transferring after that abysmal game on the ground, which definitely messed with our play style. But hopefully that we can remedy that. But yeah, Tim Miles, looks like we narrowly missed out on him. We were so close. We have 235 hours to spread around. Maurice Angel, Hillside, Mike White getting closer by the day. I think he's in his top 5, so we can hard sell him. On playing style, I don't even know what kicker playing style looks like. He wants to be a big personality. Well, honestly, lore-wise, that aligns with our Mike White narrative. Mike White is nothing if not a personality. Moshood Otemewu, we are going to put some hours into him. I think we scouted him and thought he was fine. Nothing really to write home about, but he's been on our board. I don't think we've scouted Voorhees. It takes us a lot to scout him. I am curious if he's a gem. He's got decent speed, good pursuit. We will offer, you know what, we will offer him a scholarship. We'll give him the requisite 50. I think we decided we didn't want Maurer. We were too far behind Troy. We're just going to remove him from the board. Creech. Prude. Prude looks like we are gaining with Prude. Great proximity to home, great playing style, decent coach stability. I think we will end up overtaking some of those other teams for him. Santrell Hester. Another linebacker that perhaps we offer a scholarship, perhaps we pursue. Honestly, of those left, Dwayne Davenport, what did we... 82, I don't really want a running back with 82 speed, to be perfectly honest. I don't know how much that does for me. Carlos Shields, we have not scouted. We'll spend a few clicks scouting him. I truly don't know. We'll spend 10 hours DMing Carlos, seeing if he's a good fit for the program. So if we go and look at our class, and sort by the American. We have the 17th best class in the entire country, with only 9 players signed. Far and away the best class in the American. It's why we need to get out. And the real thought is kind of deciding between the Big 12. I was going to say the Big 12 doesn't look that much better, at least from a recruiting standpoint. The ACC could be where we find a home. I think we need a tier below the absolute biggest of dogs. But that's something to actively consider as we are kind of moving forward here. The future named Mike White has reached his top 3. We are about to sign him. Gotta be ACC. I feel like no other... so if we look at this, for some silly reason, the FBS Independents get an A+ grade, which doesn't make any sense to me. The ACC is actually higher rated than the Big Ten, which surprises me. I don't think it's going to be Big Ten or SEC. ACC probably makes the most sense because American to Big 12 feels a little bit like a lateral move to me. Championship contender goes up to A. We are the number 16 team in the nation. Miami, Florida State could be great future rivals. Very true. Very true. We've kind of worn out our Memphis rivalry. Although I still think we put them on the schedule every year as a non-con game. I've kind of grown to hate them as a school through playing this Dynasty, so I kind of want to keep that up. But a championship contender. I mean, we're gonna check. What it is looking like. We did get invited to the American Championship, as we kind of figured we would be, and it's against Tulane. First, before we kind of advance, so it looks like Georgia Tech just beat Georgia. Boise State, annoyingly enough, looks like they're going to get that group of 5 spot if they don't lose, which is quite annoying that they have not lost a game. I mean, I don't know what we're supposed to... Thought it was in Florida for some reason, the colors. That makes sense. That makes sense. No, Alabama. Alabama, boys. Alright, let's take a look at this. So, this week... Or what? How can we see the... I want to see the conference championship schedules. Score schedule. I think we're looking here. So it's Army Navy week, of course. We are for 1 week the biggest UNLV fans that this earth has ever seen, because if UNLV doesn't win, I find it hard to believe that we are going to somehow sneak in. I don't think SMU is currently in the field, and I truly don't see another way that we get in if Boise State, and in real life, we would know of the result of this game before we play Tulane. Not going to happen here, of course, but, man. I just have to know. Who does Boise State even have? How are they undefeated? And now our loss to Troy, our other rival who we had not played until this season, it stings even more. Because without it, you know, who knows? We might be above Boise State, but since we have that one little loss on the resume, again, did not play the toughest schedule. I mean, they have a 72 overall quarterback. Let's be so for real. Sky Priestley looks fairly decent. I mean, we just, at least on paper, we are a better team than Boise State. Give me a play-in. We play Boise State, we're beating them any day of the week. Well, we can't focus on that. There's nothing we can control there. So we simply must do what we can, I suppose. We've got another 90 hours. I think we had decided Dwayne Davenport... honestly, I'm going to pull him off the... I don't care that he has us in first. We don't really want an 82 speed running back. I say that, and then we have this wide receiver, but he is a gem. Maurice Angel should commit, I believe, next week. Moshood, we're obviously making some progress on. Max Denson. Mike White, about to commit. Good to know. Dennis Prude, we have jumped into the 1 spot on him. Another great piece of news. Is this another Moshood? We've got 2. We're recruiting 2 Moshoods. Did not kind of realize. Maybe is that a common name, and I just don't know it? Perhaps. Carlos Shields. Yeah, he's solid. We'll offer Shields a scholarship. Send the house on him. We're going to scout some of these other 3 stars. Like I said, defensive tackle is getting a little old. And Manu Acho? Manu Acho, also a gem. We want to stay in his good graces. Shout out Sabrina Carpenter. And honestly, like, let's see. Some of these guys that... Voorhees... We'll put the 10 on him. We want Acho. He is that gem. Love Sabrina. Sabrina playing at Lollapalooza tonight. I'll have to check some video and see how she did, how big of a crowd she pulled. Sunday night, that's a tough sell. I think it's actually going on right now. I think it is. Okay, but you know, us recruiting our bottom of the barrel 3 stars, not the sexiest, most exciting content. We want to get into Conference Championship Week. See Maurice Angel, he is committed. Mike White has committed to the program. And I'm seeing a lot of first places. Manu, we're making some progress on. So this is a huge week. Our first conference championship with UAB. We simply have to just do recruiting first. That's just kind of how it always. 140 hours because we've gotten some of those signings. Moshood. We're just gonna do this because after a while you're not able to change this and set it. So might as well while we can. Moshood. Hopefully you can be a hero for this offensive line. Max Denson, we know he likes proximity to home, championship contender. A lot of recruiting. It's likely this one. All these 3 stars seem to like hometown hero. Manu Acho. We don't have a ton of coach prestige, but I think we'll start gaining. We need a little bit more info to hard sell. Dennis Prude. Oh, this is going to come down to the wire. But I think we're going to get him. Central Hester. Fine. Voorhees. We'll put 50 hours on him. Although Clemson is beating down our neck. We just simply don't know enough. Shields. We still have 100 hours. Honestly, we have a lot of guys signed. We'll offer scholarships here to Moshood and Matos. Just spend the rest of the hours without even scouting them. I'm ready. I don't know how many more like regular recruits I care about. Still at the 18th class. And now it's time. Let's see the injury report. Will we be with Burden for this? Cornell Burden is going to be out for. I'm going to turn on the fan. It's hot in here. Cornell Burden is going to be out for the American Championship, but he will be back should we make the playoffs or at the worst case for our bowl game. So I feel optimistic there. No long-term injury for Ogboko. Without further ado, we're heading to the championship. I've decided we're gonna play the moments every game except for the playoffs. Oh, I still don't know. I kind of want to stick with playing the moments because it feels like that's how we do the whole series. As we both, as we know, they give and they take. We are going to be playing in the All Blacks. I don't know, chat. What do you think? For the American Championship, I mean, it's just the American Conference. So I feel fine playing the moments. I'm more conflicted when I think about, you know, the playoffs. Oh my God, do we get to play this at home? I don't think I knew that. Playing the Conference Championship in front of the home faithful here in Alabama. Look at that. Look at those stands. They are packed. Absolutely packed. Number 16, we need that Boise State loss coupled with our win to have a shot at the playoffs. But it could happen here in the 4th season. We do need to win, though. I mean, that's non-negotiable. Cannot afford a loss here. It's 3rd and 10. Let's get a little cover 3 look. And see how it goes. Love to see Ogboko back on the line there. Moving Ty Jackson over here. Oh, I went with the guy streaking across the field, and we almost lost it there. Are they actually going for it on 4th down? They actually are. Aggressive early. I guess it would be a 60-yard field goal, so this kind of makes sense given the spot of the field that they're at. Can't punch the hole, but who else? Nnamdi Ogboko. I mean, he's simply too good. And the offense, I mean, they give it right back. Unfortunate. I like the idea of us bringing some pressure. Using Ty Jackson again. And great defense. Can't hang on. Big first quarter drive. Finally, they let us take the sticks. Although only time will tell if that is, in fact, a good thing. Looks like they might be playing cover 3. Pass rush got there pretty quick. I wasn't going through my progressions there. And Bryce Baker narrowly avoids a hit. Garrison, not the speediest of backs, but that's Bryce Baker's first completion of the game. Garrison out there on 3rd down. And we just narrowly get that 1st down. Huge play, Rashard Garrison. And that's Bryce Baker stepping up, firing it in there. We'll take our 5-yard gain. Steadily moving the sticks is what we're after. Jacaden Ferguson. That's a big catch. For some reason, they really want us to pass this again. 2 yards, though. Let's put it in Bo's hands, and let's let him cook. I tried to juke. Wasn't there. But we do get the 1st down. Slow, methodical. Let's keep it moving. Jacaden Ferguson wide open. 9 yards. Not the is it the flashiest football? Is it the sexiest football? Absolutely not. Is it getting us down the field? I don't love this. The offensive line wins, though. We get it to the outside. Garrison, I don't know how to feel about him. He feels a little slow, a little clunky. We've got the read option. Should have kept it with Baker. Should have kept it with Baker. But at the very least, we don't want to be losing yards. Alright, chat. Who has been your favorite UAB player since we've started this series? Got a little scared there. Saw the unblocked rusher coming in. But I am curious, chat, if you do have a favorite, who would it be? Jacaden Ferguson, he just finds the space. He's so good at getting open. He's so good at getting... Cam Newton. I assume you mean Bryce Baker. And I mean, that was an absolute dot there, too. Fake jet. Defense doesn't move with him. And there's no blocking there. Average yard per play at 2.9. Not great. But 0-0 into the first quarter. Again, hasn't been great. This has been a really slow, methodical drive. 2nd and 10. Let's see. We've got a bunch of safeties loaded up. I locked into that read. 4 yards. 4 yards, not the best. We're coming away with points here regardless, though. I love ring on this route. Oh, man. I saw Correa wide open. I got too excited. I held the button too long. Unfortunate. But we should drill this kick, and that was closer than I wanted it to be. Oh, man. Oh, if we had connected with the tight end there, that was an easy 6. What could have been. We have not gotten the ball back in our hands in a minute. Only up by 3. Appears we've pretty handily dominated the time of possession. Gonna cover the running back. And there's a flag. I don't know who is the flag on? Holding. But I believe we got the sack anyway. So we're going to decline that. There's no way they're going for this. Surely not. Red zone alert. Take advantage. Get some points. Offense is driven down. We're going to just let it go to the 2-minute timeout. This has been... some call it a snooze fest. Some call it good, hard-nosed football. Big Ten football at its finest. Oh, I waited too long. I tried to hold it with Baker. I mean, that was tough. And Bryce Kane goes up and gets it. Great throw by Bryce Baker to just put it where only Bryce Kane could go and get it. This defense looks so strange. And that's not the throw. We needed to throw it with a little loft. We're going for it here. And we fumble the football. We fumble the football. Oh my. And they've got these Mardi Gras beads as the turnover chain. Ah. Oh. Devin Hussein. Baker got free. I thought, you know what? Can we I'm challenging it. We have nothing to lose. I do think that we fumbled it here. Yeah, that ball is way out. Yeah. I threw the challenge flag. Oh, I actually don't know if we have 2 guaranteed. I threw the challenge flag kind of just in case. But yeah, that was a clear fumble. 2-minute drill, get some points. We should have scored the last time. Couldn't make it happen. We saw Ring. We got to run the hurry up. We're going to take one deep shot. I think they might be in a cover 4. Oh, Bryce Kane goes up, can't bring it down. Unfortunate. Jacaden Ferguson, baby. George Ring, does he get out of bounds? He does, he does. Let's just try and get into field goal range. Jacaden Ferguson, and now we gotta hurry it up. Oh, we don't get the hurry up. We're gonna take a deep shot. Oh, this motion's killing valuable seconds. Their cornerback's keeping up with us. We might not have the time. We might not have the time. Who's got the best matchup? I mean, I think it has to be Ring. But Ring gets no release. Can't come up with it. Unfortunate. I mean, just a kind of a disgusting first half. We do get the ball to start. We are playing the moments, but this is what it does if you kind of end the half with the possession. You do the kickoff. 3-0. Some are calling it a snooze fest. And honestly, the thing that worries me the most is not the result of this game, although it is very important. It's the fact that we cannot seem to move the ball pretty much at all. 4th and 4, that really does nothing for us. 4th down, little too far for a field goal, too close for a punt. And we look deep. There's nothing there. Unfortunate. The only suggestion is a casino blitz, apparently. Apparently. I don't love it. No touchdowns in the game. Defensive slugfest. Maybe we should, in fact, go to the Big Ten because this is Big Ten football. Where every week you question your will to live. Your will to keep supporting the Northwestern Wildcats. I'm sorry. Great stop there. Great stop there. They're running the hurry up. Extremely annoying. Kenny Pete. Will they run? It looks like they're sending everybody out to pass. Maybe it's a quarterback run. Oh, absolutely got routed up by my man. But Antavius Elder with the pressure. Looks like they're going to tie it up here, barring something crazy. Still a ton of time left in this game. Ton of time left in this game. And we're back. We're back on the defensive moments. One running back, 2 tight ends, 2 wide receivers. We're going to play as Ogboko. And we just get to the quarterback immediately. They can't get it off. They don't get a field goal. They do score a touchdown. They score a touchdown. We're just going to let this clock run down to the 4th. We've dominated time of possession, but we haven't been able to kind of pay it off. And there's not a lot of time left. It looks like we've played better, but we just have not been able to finish these drives off with touchdowns. And that's the key. Excuse me? Okay. It's telling me moment missed. The moment had not happened. Oh, God. Please, sir. Maybe cheesy. No. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, they bring out the chain again. And I mean, I'm just getting greedy. We have not played well. Offense non-existent. 4th and inches. I think we have to go for it. No, not the Mardi Gras chain. Yeah, I know it's tough. This defense has played us extremely tough. We're going with the halfback direct snap. 13 for 30 for Richard Garrison. Not a great line. And Kane gets the first. We've got to score. I mean, of course that's obvious, but we're audibling to a QB draw. Get down, Bryce. 2-minute timeout. 2-minute timeout. I will be honest, I am extremely nervous. I'm extremely nervous. Light box, we get a few. We get a few. Kane is going to be free. Kane. Down to the 5. All right. Casey King. Banned. Get out of here. Okay. Oh, I don't know what I want to do here. I kind of want to run down the clock. Just a little bit. Oh. I mean, I suppose that's good for our... I haven't seen... Please tell me, God, Bo is not injured again. Oh my God, this man cannot stay on the football field. I was like, I haven't seen him in forever this game. He cannot stay on the football field. Truly might go down as one of the greatest what could have beens. Just made of glass. We've got a game to win though. We're letting the clock tick down. We still have 3 timeouts. Win it for Bo. Touchdown, UAB! I learned how to do that fancy little goal line dive, and I was just waiting to pull it out again. Doug Grubbs, the hero. Oh, honey, if you think we are not going to go for 2, you'd be mistaken. We're playing for the win. We're playing for the win. We're changing the play call. We're watching that corner on the outside. He blitzes. And Bryce Baker does it with his feet. How else? How else? We score the 2-point conversion. We take the lead with 26 seconds to go. Blaze for Bo. The chants are in full effect. The stands are absolutely packed. Now they only need a field goal. They have all their timeouts. It won't be easy. It will not be easy. I'm sweating. This is huge. I mean, they burn a timeout there. They burn a timeout there. The stadium is bumping. We are fully locked in. We deliver a big hit on the quarterback. They're down to one timeout. They're down to only one timeout. They're checking it down. And we got to make the tackle. We tackle them inbounds. They have 8 seconds left. We're going to give them a cover 2 look. I hate this. I hate this immediately. Give cushion. Give cushion. We're not pressing here. And we take a big hit. They're not... Regardless of what happens, they don't have time for anything but a deep shot. Now, I don't believe in prevent defense. But I do believe we're going to call a timeout. We're going to make sure everything is set. We've got to set the safeties deep. Coach adjustments. Where are the safeties? Safety depth. Depth. Deep. But I don't believe in calling a prevent look. Prevent prevents you from winning the ball game. Give cushion. We're running deep. They catch it. It doesn't matter. Meaningless stat padding at the end of the game. We win the American Championship with a last-second drive. It wasn't pretty. It was a disgusting, filthy game. And now, our fate is in UNLV's hands. Did they pull it off against Boise State? It was a gutsy call to go for 2. Because if we didn't convert, almost certainly we were losing the game. But Coach Wade believes in this team. And there we go. Your UAB Blazers celebrating with the American Conference Trophy. The first conference championship in school history, I believe. I'm not sure on that. I could actually be completely wrong. What a game. 12-1. Our lone loss to Troy of all teams. Can't really explain it. Tulane was horrible on their third downs. We did lose the turnover battle, and that almost cost us the game. I mean, you're not going to see a lot of incredible stats. Although Bo, before he tore his labrum, was actually having a great game. Truly, he is just always injured. Ja'Caden Ferguson leads the receiving room, 8 for 79. Bryce Kane, 7 for 57. And let's not forget, before I leave the running backs, let's not forget Doug Grubbs, the hero, scoring the last-second touchdown. Bryce Baker obviously getting that 2-point conversion. Also did have a fumble on the goal line, though. Defensively, this is where we shine today. Ty Jackson led the team in tackles. Dylan Kidd, senior. Ty Jackson, senior. Jaden Scarlett, senior. Nnamdi Agboko, all seniors, all with a tackle for loss in their first and only conference championship with us. No interceptions, and no fumbles. I don't think they did turn the ball over. So, whew, that was a crazy game. That was a crazy game to cap off. I guess well, that technically was postseason, but to cap off the first season pre what might be playoffs. We've won the American Championship. I believe that adds a trophy to the trophy room. We got the American Championship trophy, the bones, and of course, who could forget our Hawaii Bowl appearance. Coach Wade getting the team to go to Hawaii twice in a season will never cease to be funny to me. Now we'll see. We advance the week. We see, do we get an invite to the college football playoff, or are we in a premier bowl? We're in a recruiting battle with Florida Atlantic for Dennis Prude. I don't know what happened to Central Hester. We'll have to go back. We're ranked number 17th. That does not bode well. That does not bode well to me that we won our conference championship. Our program tradition is up to a D. Fantastic. Oh boy, that does not bode well. Dennis Prude, looks like Central Hester, and Most Shoot Orlando. Looks like I think we'll still get Dennis Prude. Bye week. I don't. Is the bracket finalized? Boise State did not lose. Oh my goodness. That is killer. Boise State won a thriller, 24-20 versus UNLV. And as a result, I mean, this is why we have to move conferences at the end of the day. We had one slip up, and I think we lost the game to to Troy by 2 points. And that is going to keep us out of the college football playoff. There's simply no margin for error being in this smaller conference. And it's unfortunate. Although maybe the rankings will update once more when we advance from the bye week. We will see. What are the top stories? Auburn beat LSU in the SEC championship. Ugh. Key plays in second half allowed Boise State to squeak past UNLV. I've never read a more disgusting string of words. Actually, I also want to see what has happened with Bo. Okay, he's out 2 weeks, so actually he could return. I was thinking it might be a collarbone situation where he was just out for an extended period, but appears not. Maybe we still could get an invite? Okay, looks like we've gotten Dennis Prude. We couldn't change anything about our recruiting last week, but good to know we got him. My school update, has anything changed? Doesn't appear to be. It does appear that Bo is still interested in transferring. Let's see. Al Shakir, wide receiver out of Ohio State, wins the Heisman with an absurd stat line. 137 catches, 1,800 yards, 23 touchdowns. Simply remarkable. Simply remarkable. And we're playing Arkansas in the Lockheed Martin Armed Forces Bowl. Oh my. Oh my. What was that bowl? We were in the First Responders Bowl earlier in the series. I believe that was 2 bowls ago. We could go back and check. Didn't win that one. And now we're in the Lockheed Martin sponsors a bowl. That doesn't feel right. That doesn't feel like a thing we should be doing. Anyway, that's 6-6 Arkansas is our opponent. It feels a little disrespectful, I'm gonna be honest. Obviously, we're not leaving UAB. We have some insane job offers. The head coach of Oklahoma, hello. The head coach of Ole Miss, Stanford, and Wisconsin. If Coach Wade wanted, he would be in high demand. Although it does look like the top candidates do not include us except for Stanford. Obviously, not leaving UAB. Just always like to check. Always curious to me. We're going to see who... No, not the top 25. What's the bracket looking like? Yeah, it is Boise State. I mean, playing at Penn State, that would have been a fun challenge. I am disappointed. I don't know how the team will look next year. But it to me, it's simply a bright light, a shining signal that we need to make the move to the ACC. Because simply, I mean, 12-1 should be enough. And it was not. It was not at all. Let's look at the bowl matchups. Could we have been in a better bowl? I'd like to think so. I know a lot of them have conference tie-ins. I mean, I think I would have even preferred the famous Idaho Potato Bowl. The Gator Bowl. Where's the Pop-Tarts Bowl? I would have loved to be in the Pop-Tarts Bowl. But SMU, they snagged it from our... This is a great bowl. The ReliaQuest Bowl. I think neither of these teams made... This is like the almosts in the college football playoff. That's quite unfortunate. We'll look at some of the award winners. I don't know if these are official yet. I think so. Coach Wade does not win Coach of the Year. Just rub it in. Joey McGuire. He gets it. The Bednarik, Ben Hanks was almost there. He had 6 interceptions, 43 tackles, 13 pass deflections. I mean, he was awesome. The Nagurski, Hanks also in third. The Jim Thorpe, also in third for Ben Hanks. Just a great season. He is going to get drafted. That is what I am excited for. To see where our star players that are seniors, where they get drafted, where they go. I've had a plan for how to do this that I have yet to be able to use. From the All-American side, did we have any players that were All-Americans? Ben Hanks Jr., first team All-American. That's pretty impressive. Let's see, did we have any other players? Second team, no. Freshman team, unlikely, but no. We'll look at the American. We should have a decent number of first team. George Ring is on there. Ogboko, Kenton Allen, Ty Jackson. All senior. And Ben Hanks Jr., of course. Second team, Kyrie Abel. He is likely going to leave as a sophomore. Cornell Burden on the second team. And then on the freshman team, Tommy Santucci. He made an impact. Nobody else really. I was going to say, I suppose we'll play the bowl. What do we think about the staff? I'm still inclined to keep them. We had a great season. There would be no real reason to give them the boot. I mean, Lance Taylor, he is putting in work. There's a lot of... We just won a conference title, so there was a chance to increase the best skill cap for all of our running backs. That's huge. He's put in a lot of work on this front. Even though the offensive coordinator, he's been putting in work on some of the other sides of the ball too. Motivator, I mean, I don't have any issues with Lance Taylor. If we look at Glenn Stanford, I mean, he's got a ton of gains for defensive linemen, linebackers, DBs. I mean, he also he's very good. I don't know, chat. I feel like we don't change the staff. But I am kind of teasing a little bit. Because before we go into the Arkansas Bowl, I do want to go through. Let's see the dev traits of our new players. We didn't recruit a QB. Didn't recruit a running back. We can pull them in the portal if needed. Let's check our wide receivers. Impact development for Devonta Slayton. Normal for Marlon Creech. Impact for Maurice Angel. I was hoping for a little better, but these are just 3 stars. Tavares Briggs, normal development. Devin Manning, star dev, right tackle. Impact for Garrison Provo. And we cannot see Moshood. Max Denson has not committed, so we cannot see him. Nicholas Duzabel, Impact. Unfortunately, Bobby Collier was Star Dev. We did not land him. Zeke Karoma, Normal Dev. That hurts. Impact Dev for Dennis Prude. We've not gotten a ton of great picks. Vildor, Impact Dev. 11th best player in the entire country. Only Impact Dev. Tim Miles, Star Dev. That hurts. I was very excited. Frederick Duff, Impact. Mike White, Normal. A little disappointing, not gonna lie. I believe we had one Star Dev in the whole lot. Missed out on a Star Dev. Devin Manning, our only Star Dev. A lot of Impact, some normal guys. A little disappointing. The unveiling of the new signees is usually the, kind of one of the highlights of the offseason. I'm going to grab some water, and then we will be playing in the Lockheed Martin Armed Forces Bowl, the bowl that every player growing up playing college football dreams of making, I'm certain. 6-6 Arkansas. They're an SEC school, so they should still bring a challenge, but I will be right back. We are back. I gotta turn off this light. It will bother me. So, honestly, altogether, an amazing season. Little bit disappointing at the end, but after this bowl, we've got a lot of fun coming. We're gonna see where I've got a little system devised. We're gonna see where our guys are drafted, obviously the round and such, and then we're gonna see what pick they're drafted at. And, most importantly, what team has drafted them. We'll get to how we're going to do that once we get to that part. We're going to play this. We're going to play the moments. We're not playing the full game of the Lockheed Martin Bowl. If nothing else, this game is a great opportunity to send off some of the heroes, the stars. Ogboko is going to, just off the top of my head, Bryce Kane. If I had to pick one on each side of the ball. We will have Bryce Baker back next year, so the heartbeat of our offense, he's going to get another chance. He's going to get another season. We just need to cap it off here. Give the seniors one last win. 12-win season is phenomenal. We can make it 13. 13-1. That's the goal. 12-1 already far exceeded expectations. We're going to the ACC next year. It's probably going to be a little tougher. Some new rivalries there. It feels like the closing of an era. Some of our heroes, some of the true phenoms of this era, are going to. We're going to say goodbye. We're going to say goodbye. Farewell, but not farewell forever. All right, Rashard Garrison, what do you got? Gets a burst, pounds forward, keeps the drive alive. 3rd and 8. This one will be a little bit harder to pick up. Look at a double in sail. It looks like what are they playing? They've got a lot of guys. I mean, I feel like over the middle, Bryce Kane looks free. And Bryce Kane is, in fact, free. The senior in his final game. I knew they didn't have the coverage there. 3rd and 10. They just keep... It progressively gets harder to convert these 3rd downs. And that was not the read. We're firing without looking in this Lockheed Martin Armed Forces Bowl. A little friendly fire there. Should have just thrown it away or taken the sack. Or made a different read, I suppose. They're down again to keep the drive alive. Defense doing its job. We're going to be watching for Kane, then Reyna. Bryce Kane, feed him in his final game. Red zone alert, 21-yard rush by Rashard Garrison. I thought Bo would be healthy for this game. But it looks like he is still week to week. One thing we should keep in mind is his deal breaker is playing style. And if we want to keep him, we should run the ball. I mean, I think his deal breaker is triggering right now. Garrison, 4 for 49. He's had a big day. 7-yard gain. They are stacking the box. We're going to audible to a pass. And there was nothing open. Don't love taking the sack there, but, you know. Do you see this end zone right now? Hold up. USA just plastered in the end zone? Crazy. We almost get... We power for the first with Bryce. It's a meaningless bowl game. We're gonna go for the for it on fourth down. These end zones are semi-ridiculous. 62 rushing yards, not bad. To -2 for them. We've dominated time of possession. We're gonna test this vaunted SEC defense. Lockheed Martin Armed Forces Bowl. I just called a play on accident. Unfortunate. Are they going to blitz from the left side? And we just had no time. Big third down, make the stop. Call a little cover 2 action. Of course, we're going to play with Ogboko. Cornell Burton, good to see him back. We were able to win in his stead. Screen! 3rd and 11. They can't pick it up. They'll have to settle for 3. Could be a tie game. I got greedy. Like the chances of ring, but we may not have the time. And George Ring gets underneath it, and he's all the way to the house. I don't know why the TCU mascot is... Maybe we're playing in their stadium. But Ring is dancing on him. Touchdown. Thank you, Cozy Brews. Offensive line held up just long enough. Bryce Baker, beautiful throw. George Ring has the speed to get under it, beat the corner, beat the safety, get into the end zone. 3rd down, take control, keep the... I mean, those are fun. George Ring, I mean, he has another great look. And he just freezes there. I don't know what happened. We're going to kick the field goal now. I mean, he was wide open. Had a great shot at it. It's up. It's through. I think it's also Wyatt Martin, our kicker. He's going to be replaced by Mike White in the offseason. So the last chance, the swan song for our kicker, love-hate relationship. We score another touchdown in sim. This is a great box to run into. And Garrison, he just doesn't have that breakaway speed. But but he gets a big, big chunk of yards. Let's see if we can test him deep. I'm looking at the matchups. It looks like Jacaden Ferguson has the best one. But we're looking for Ring again. And George Ring, another huge play. Bryce Baker has 222 yards in the first half. Simply incredible. Garrison is going to be wide open. Garrison, simply too easy. Another touchdown. Garrison's fired up. He's throwing the football at the helpless photographers on the sideline. Rashard Garrison, nobody was covering him. That was one of the easiest touchdowns you're ever going to see. Incredible. Incredible. We get the ball back. It's another 2-minute drill. We successfully converted on the other one so fast that there is time for yet another. Jacaden Ferguson, and that one, they can't connect there. They can't connect. We throw to Ring before the break, and that's an interception. Unfortunate. Looks like they get a field goal as a result. They've scored a touchdown. Again, we're not overly concerned about getting the win here. It looks like they have a blitz here. So I don't like this look for a quick pass. I like this one considerably better. The slants with Ring. We wanted to get down with Bryce Baker, but we could not. Now we're 4th and 1. We're going to run. We've got the right blocking assignments. Garrison powers forward. He's got 78 yards on 9 carries today. Huge, huge game. We're going to need I don't even know who our fullback is. It's our tight end. We need him to get out, seal the edge. And we get another big gain. Running game is looking quite unstoppable. They've got a lot of guys crowding the box. Get a little spacing concept. Kane, I'm looking to get natural pick, and Bryce Kane drops the football. Just trying to feed it to our senior here in his last game. Does not happen. We've got Grubbs taking the direct snap, gets it down to the 1. And now you know what we're going with here. Quarterback run. I really just want a QB sneak. Let's see. Looks like we have the alignment here. Easy peasy. Bryce Baker runs in, sneaks in for another touchdown. We go up 19. They're going forward on 4th down. I don't really care, but I do just want to, get our last shots of Nnamdi Ogboko and a host of others. Ben Hanks on the outside, our 2 stars on defense. And that's an excellent play. Let's see. I couldn't tell who that was. I don't think it was Hanks. They drive down the field. They've scored a few times. It's close now. Let's try and convert. We're on the 24. So, worst case, we go up 8. And what a catch! Was that George Ring or Bryce Kane? I did not see. Bryce Baker has had an excellent day. 324 yards, 4 touchdowns. We're in the red zone. We're going to run it to the right side. I like the look better there. Fewer bodies. And we're just churning forward with Richard Garrison. Just chew some clock. Our interior offensive line has performed excellently. They're calling timeouts. We should be able to send the seniors off with a win. Richard Garrison, great day. 11 for 92. We're again doing a halfback direct snap. Tried to cut it back up. Nothing there. Bryce Baker and Grubbs were reading that outside guy. Made the wrong read. At least centering it. They're out of timeouts. Going to at least get an 8-point lead. Again, we're not too concerned about the win. And that was almost a pick. That was almost a pick. Not the best. Should have sealed the deal there. But we will take an 8-point lead. And again, we will play for the final time with our seniors. Maybe one of them will make a play that seals the game. Playing on the line, Nnamdi Agboko will check his career stats when he is done. That was a crazy escape from sack from Tavian St. Clair. I believe he is at Ohio State right now in real life. I'd have to get fact-checked there. Up 8. Lot needs to go right. We'll let him just kind of slowly go down the field. They're going to stop the clock one more time. Big stakes here on the line for the Lockheed Martin Armed Forces Bowl. It's no college football playoff, but many are saying an even greater honor. They're still going under. Oh, and Agboko. He's injured. That's tough because it also stops the clock, and also we want him to be on the field for for his final showing, his final game. Instead, we'll go to Burden on the defensive line. Screen. Oh, man. Get juked out of our shoes there. I want to. Can we get him back in the game? Will return. He will return soon. And that's perfect. Short catch. I'm trying to get this pop-up to go away. It is not. There is simply no shot. Agboko back on the field. Tackled him down. They convert again. Slowly making their way down the field. Oh, Agboko can't get there. St. Clair is elusive back there in the pocket. But we stop him in front of the sticks. Spike the ball. 3rd and 3. The real fun will begin soon. Agboko back out of the game. Screen again. Screen. Burden gets him from behind. They're going to just look to spike it, though. Taking them time to get back to the line. scarlet on the interior now. Ty Jackson has been a big player for us as a middle linebacker. I can't believe the amount of times that St. Clair has avoided the pressure. We're calling a blitz. We're going to play as Cornell Burden, the junior. We still got a year of Cornell Burden left. And Ben Hanks, another senior, takes him down. But they are rushing to the line. They're spiking it. I mean, this is simply what the computer does. They move the football, especially in the fourth quarter. I mean, St. Clair has been very good. He just doesn't take sacks. We tried to beam him. They don't have much time left. We're calling heat. They spike it. Interesting. Interesting. We're going to call some heat. Might as well. Maybe I don't care about these enough. I feel like they do factor in for like brand exposure, wins. We just can't. Oh, and who let him free? Oh, man. And we're going to be going to overtime. Unbelievable. I forgot to go in on the 2-point conversion, and they did, in fact, convert. Just going to run it here. But now, do they even do overtime in bowl games? That's unfortunate. Defensive line got in the backfield. Just couldn't wrap up. Defense first, of course. You want to know what you actually need to do. Okay. Let's go, Burden. Let's cook in here. I mean, just wide open on the outside. Wide open on the outside. Can't have that. We're getting Ogboko back in. We're trying to force some sort of turnover. A stop. We're going to give him a double mug look. Make it appear like we're going to blitz. Ogboko gets into the backfield. You got to win this for the seniors. Very true. They've given so much to this program. They've put UAB on the map. I hate this look. And they score. Oh, unfortunate. I mean, Correa should be absolutely free here. Can't get free. Can't get free. Should split the middle. Jacaden Ferguson gets us 5. Come on. And that's not the right read. It's not the right read. It's 4th down. Do or die. Brain can't get separation. And the game is over. The game is over. We sell at the end, as we are wont to do. It's okay. We don't respect the Lockheed Martin Bowl anyway. Bryce Baker Very good game to end his senior year. Did have the 3 picks. 2 of them were my fault. 335 yards. Rashard Garrison, 93 on the ground. Baker added 30. Some other contributions. George Ring, 6 for 139 and 2 touchdowns. If he is in fact going to the NFL, as I am predicting him to do, talk about a season. Talk about a bookend for George Ring. 7 for 103 for Bryce Kane. He had a great final game. Gavin Correa, a solid game. Let's check our defenders. Ty Jackson, he was always our tackles leader. 10 tackles on his final game. 4 tackles for loss for senior edge Jaden Scarlett. 3 for Ogboko. 2 for Jackson and Antavius Elder apiece. Shaquez Alba and Cornell Burden also getting in on the action. No interceptions. 1 forced fumble from Shaquez Alba. Unfortunate we can't come away with a win. But it's not the end of the world. It's okay. Bryce Baker has set the UAB single season passing yards record. He needed 14 games to do it. I didn't even know he was close. But that's phenomenal. And I believe he has also set the UAB single season passing touchdowns record. Bryce Baker, a truly transformational player for our program. It's time to go and look at some of these records. We'll actually start a career, see if any of these guys... I know there's a bug where it pulls some guys' old stats. Yeah, none of these guys are our guys. Daryl Hackney's record, well, Bryce Baker won't be around long enough, I think, to break that record. But you never know. If we go... Yeah, Bryce Baker, he sets the passing yards record. Sets the touchdowns record. I think the receiving touchdowns record, it's only 14, and I believe George Ring had 10 at some point, or way earlier in the season. So, that's cool. Now, of course, we want to check some final stats for our team. Baker, we need to cut down on the interceptions for the senior year. A lot of that is me. But if we can do that, should be golden. Rashard Garrison, 752 yards, 8 touchdowns on the ground. Baker with another 8. Bo Jackson only 4. It looks like our playing style is slightly worse than what he needs, which is unfortunate. Although, again, he is rarely on the field, which is unfortunate. Doug Grubbs added another 337, and Lewis Byers, the senior, with 125 and 2 touchdowns. On the receiving end, George Ring finishes 6 yards shy of 1,000. 13 touchdowns for the redshirt sophomore from Ohio State. He's awesome. He is almost certainly getting drafted. We will see to which team. Bryce Kane in his senior year, 837 yards, 77 catches, only 2 touchdowns. But a great season. We'll look at his career stats momentarily. Jacaden Ferguson, who should be coming back, 710 yards for 2 touchdowns. Correa added a little bit. I'm very curious to see what Robert Spain does next year. He was buried on the depth chart this year, but he's elite dev. He played in all the games, only was targeted or only caught 4 balls. So he should be a bigger piece of the offense next year. Ty Jackson, 111 tackles on the year. He is gone, as is Kenny Pete, as is Kenton Allen, as is Ben Hanks, as is Nnamdi Ogboko. Ogboko with a truly just unbelievable season. 21 tackles for loss, only 4.5 sacks, but he was getting into the backfield. Cornell Burden, 16 to go along with 8 sacks. He missed a couple games. Jaden Scarlett added 14. I mean, the defensive line was awesome this season. Elder with 11, Ty Jackson with 10, Camden Hardy with 10. Didn't get a ton of sacks, but a lot of tackles for loss. Ben Hanks Jr. led the way for us with 6 interceptions. Rayshawn Monroe added 2, as did Kenny Pete. We will miss Ben Hanks dearly. Dwayne James and Elijah Pratt each tallied an interception as well. Ben Hanks had our only defensive touchdown. And then just a score of players with a forced fumble. But yes, we will now just do a quick little look at the career stats for some of our seniors. I'm just curious to see how they've done. Bo Jackson, obviously, phenomenal over the course of his career. Lewis Byers, see, this is what I'm talking about. Byers did not have that all with us, but it still registers there. Jacaden Ferguson obviously also didn't have all these receiving yards with us. Bryce Kane, I do think, actually, in fact, played his entire career with us. Yeah, he played at Auburn but didn't record any stats. So Bryce Kane, 171 catches for 2,000 yards, just a hair over 2,000, 13 touchdowns. Awesome. Maybe hope he gets drafted in the 7th or something so we can see where he goes. This will likely be George Ring's final line in just 2 seasons. Very, very good. Let's see. Is there any other? Xavier Daisy we recruited. We thought he might be better. He did not really contribute at all. On the defensive side, yeah, I mean, Ty Jackson was just kind of our do-it-all player for a long time. In his career, Ogboko, I believe he was a transfer, but he played his entire career at UAB. So in Ogboko's career, 51 tackles for loss, 16 sacks. Cornell Burden's probably going to pass him, although he'll probably have a few more games to add on to those totals. Just some phenomenal performances from the seniors. Chat, if you have any seniors you want me to look at, we can totally do that. But I'm going to advance to the next week. We're going to keep it moving. We'll check the college football playoff as well. George Ring, he's the offensive player of the week. Makes sense. We had some crazy job offers last week. These ones will probably be a little worse. The OC at Auburn, head coach at Indiana, North Carolina, or Oregon. I mean, Coach Wade is in high demand. I think our staff has stuck around. We'll check the bracket. It looks like Boise State got destroyed by Penn State. To be honest, that's likely what would have happened. Ohio State and Clemson played a extremely high-scoring game, 56-45. Not a lick of defense was played. Arizona State takes down Utah 36-34, and Texas beats Pittsburgh 45-31. Interesting. We will keep it moving. We'll check the staff moves maybe at the end of the period, provided none of our coordinators get poached, which I'm praying does not happen. Coach Carousel's still there. Let's see the bracket once more. Penn State beats Miami 34-20. USC, another shootout with Ohio State, 38-30. LSU makes it, as does Auburn. So we've got the Big Ten on the top half of the bracket facing an SEC representative, so that should be a fun playoff final. We advance a week yet again. We will get to the national championship. See who's playing there. None of this stuff should be changing. Check the bracket one final time. Looks like it'll be USC Auburn. Both of those games were so high scoring, 48-45 and 52-35. Auburn, USC, Big Ten, SEC. Very interesting. We'll look at some of the staff moves. They should probably be all done. Dole Logans goes from App State. They were having a great season. He is the new head coach at North Carolina. Derek Nix was the offensive coordinator at Auburn. He goes to be the head coach at Florida State. The defensive coordinator for Boise State goes to become the head coach at Colorado. Let's see. Matt Rule was fired. I guess he has become the head coach at UConn, but was fired by Nebraska. Rich Rodriguez goes to be the head coach at Oregon. I'm scrolling down. Interesting. We will see who wins the national championship. Bid our seniors adieu. What makes more sense for a team from Bama, ACC or Big 12? I mean, really, the SEC makes the most sense, but that would be an interesting jump. Coach prestige up to A-. That is going to be huge. That is a big grade bump. We become a 2.5-star school. It doesn't look like there's a ton of players at risk of transferring. Alexander, I feel like the SEC makes the most sense, but to be honest, I'm scared. I am scared. We'll look through some of this. It does look like Auburn did defeat USC. Hugh Freeze is your winning coach. You can see Coach Wade etched his name into the record books with our first conference championship. Al Shakir breaks a string of quarterbacks winning the Heisman. Boise State's head coach is the coach of the year. Boise State is just kind of winning all the awards. The Biletnikoff goes to Shakir. I mean, Ohio State wide receiver U. A different one each year, too. Winning the Biletnikoff. Tick Y Hayes wins the Doak Walker. Mackey goes to LSU's tight end. Okay, just curious. We're going to advance. We've seen everything from our end of season recap that we are interested in seeing. ACC does have teams from Florida, Georgia, Mississippi, Kentucky. Try and see if we would have any natural rivals. The Big Ten doesn't really make sense. The Pac-12 doesn't make sense. What does the Big 12 remind me of? Some of the competition in the Big 12. It doesn't feel like we'd be getting a lot in terms of an increased conference grade, so I don't know how worth it would be. But okay, we're in the players leaving screen. Let's see. Yeah, George Ring, Texas teams in Big 12. George Ring is a projected first-round pick. I always knew he was never coming back, so we enjoyed his last season. Again, I just am putting it out there. We are not the ones that redshirted him. But the fact that he was redshirted is the reason we were able to get him in the first place. Bo Jackson is declaring for the draft. That is quite interesting. I don't know if he realistically will be drafted. But I suppose we'll see. Nightmare wants to transfer out, playing time. Jeff Gibson wants to transfer out, playing time. Tyler Valls wants to transfer out, playing time. Honestly, we don't care. Maybe we will care, but can I promise them playing time? I cannot. So what we're gonna do, I'm pulling up a random.org list. We're gonna have list of all. There we go. I've looked this up before. And now we are finally ready to do this because we will certainly have some teams drafted. Or some players drafted, excuse me. We're going to randomize all the teams, which we have just done. So all the teams projected round 6 for Ring. No. Ring is projected round 1. Bo is projected round 6. He shouldn't be going to the draft, to be honest. We're clearly going to try and convince Bo to stay. He's not been persuaded. He wants to go and be a 6th round pick. And, that's his prerogative. That's his right. We have enough. There's very few players that are trying to transfer. So we have enough to try it on everybody. I mean, I'll try it on Ring even though it says none. Maybe that's not true. We'll try it on Rashard Garrison. If only he knew we were going to move conferences. He's not been persuaded. He doesn't believe us. He hasn't seen the TV deal. He doesn't think it's coming through. Matthew Seitz, he played sparingly for us. Nightmare, we'll try and persuade him. Nightmare, Nightmare has stuck around. I still don't think he's going to get much playtime, but Nightmare sees what we're doing and he wants to stay. Remind me, chat, to check Colby Donaldson's stats this season. I'm very curious. We'll check Colby. And I think Zendaya's still on the team. I don't know what happened to Poop Bud, but maybe did he stay or did he transfer? Jeff Gibson is gone. Zendaya is right in my face, right here. Zendaya, even with a medium chance, Zendaya is going off for greener pastures. Tyler Vowles has not been persuaded. We only keep Nightmare. Yas loves Zendaya. I would expect nothing less. Dozy Brews. So, in George Ring, we have a projected first-round pick. In Ben Hanks, a projected second-round pick. Agboko, a projected third-round pick. Bryce Kane is actually projected in the 5th round. That's higher than I would have expected. Bo Jackson, projected 6th round. I still think it was silly. I think he could have massively improved his draft stock by sticking around and showing to teams that he could, in fact, be healthy. So, we've got the list randomized, and then I want a random number, random.org number generator. Min 1, max 32. So here's my little setup. I wish I could share it, but unfortunately I'm streaming directly from the Xbox. So we've got 32 teams in a list. They're all in random order, and then we've got a number randomizer. So when our players get drafted, we will randomize the numbers to signify what pick they were, and then we will pair that pick with the team in the list that we currently have. So it'll be fun, dramatic reveal. Sad that Bo Jackson is gone, but honestly, hopefully he gets drafted. Maybe he figured he couldn't risk, career-ending injury by coming back one more year. We understand, we get it. I did want to look at, no, not the season stats. Can we still see this? We can. I know he played for East Carolina, so I'm just curious at what Colby did. Colby Donaldson left our team to get some more playing time, and it does not seem like they gave him that many opportunities. It had a quite poor... He's only a sophomore. I wonder if he'll hit the portal again. He's pretty much maxed out from that previous bug. 6 touchdowns, though. That is true. And he barely played for us. But I was curious. I wanted to see what happened to Colby. And do we still have Poop Butt on the roster? Or did he transfer out? Does anyone remember? I don't remember if Poop Butt is still here. He is still here. And his proximity to home is never changing. So Poop Butt is going to stick with us. And he might be thrust into a starting role. Okay. Zendaya is leaving, though. So we will see where Zendaya ends up in the transfer portal. We're going to advance the week. Draft results are coming. We're going to write this all down so we remember it. Devarius Matos. Very few players that are at risk of transferring. We get some XP. Level up. That's very nice. Draft results. Here's the moment of truth, because if we had a decent number of players drafted, we might be able to unlock Master Motivator or some other things. We'll see. I'm fingers crossed for 2 first-round picks. Time to find out. Okay, so it looks like George Ring gets drafted in the 1st round. We're going to see where he goes. So George Ring, we're randomly generating George Ring is the 27th overall pick in the first round. So time to write this down somewhere. Pulling up the notes app. I can't see chat at the same time as I'm doing this, so hopefully you guys are still with me here. George Ring is the 27th overall pick by the Las Vegas Raiders. So we're going to title this 2028 UAB Draftees. Or we're just going to say UAB Draftees. I wish I could show this. 2028. George Ring. First round, 27th pick, Las Vegas Raiders. All right, chat. What do we think? What do we think of the ring, the George Ring destination? This does mean Vegas just made a playoff run, and Packers got 32nd pick. I can tell you what pick they got. The Packers got the 28th pick. So both teams made a deep playoff run. But George Ring, he is going to Vegas. Ring went too early for the Pack. I mean, it is true. It is true. They did not even get a chance to pass up on him. All right, Ben Hanks Jr. We're randomizing the number. The list stays the same. So Ben Hanks goes the 17th pick in the second round. So Ben Hanks Jr. He's the second round, 17th pick. And he goes to the Pittsburgh Steelers. The Pittsburgh Steelers have selected Ben Hanks Jr. They like what they saw. So they picked him in the second round. And now one of our heart and soul picks. I mean, this list of 5 players here. True program-altering players. Nnamdi Ogboko. Nnamdi Ogboko, where will he go? He goes the 14th pick of the third round to the Miami Dolphins. The Miami Dolphins like what they see in Nnamdi Ogboko. So he goes in the third round, 14th pick to the Miami Dolphins. Wonderful. Bryce Cain, the senior, in round 4. Bryce Cain, the senior, in round 4. He goes with the 15th pick to the Dallas Cowboys. Good luck. If Jerry Jones is still alive in 2028, good luck, Bryce. That seems like it could be a mess. So Bryce Cain, he's drafted in the 4th round. The 15th pick. And if Dallas is picking 15th, you know they're just mired in mediocrity. They're not bad. They're not good. Bryce Cain goes to the Dallas Cowboys. Where will Bo Jackson fall? Where will he fall? We generate again. It's the 14th pick, so he goes in the 5th round to the Miami Dolphins. So Bo Jackson joins his college teammate, Nnamdi Ogboko. And Bo Jackson is drafted to the Miami Dolphins. They liked what they saw enough to spend a day 3 pick on him. So not the highest investment, but Bo is drafted. Maybe wanted to keep himself healthy. So just we'll put this in the chat. We'll pin this. Manually unpinned, end of stream. So I think we've pinned the message, if that works. Congrats, Bo. Deserved. Congrats George Ring. Congrats Ben Hanks. Congrats Nnamdi Ogboko. Congrats Bryce Cain, and congrats Bo Jackson. Honestly, on second thought, I'm happy Bo went out on a high note, relatively speaking. I'm happy he didn't get a career-ending injury. He was still able to be drafted. We're going to look. I don't know if we've unlocked. We have unlocked the ability to purchase Master Motivator. Now, it costs 15 to unlock, so we wouldn't be able to get any of this. I don't know if we really want to. We already have coordinators that have a lot of these perks unlocked, and I kind of want to save up for talent developer. The only issue is we need 2 players drafted in the first. That's why I kind of had the fingers crossed that Ben Hanks might be drafted in the first. We knew George Ring was going to be drafted in the first round. But this is really where I want to sink the points in. So I think we'll probably save up. Maybe we'll spend some on the recruiter tree. Where was the draft this year? Where was the draft this year? Vegas. That's a funny question, Cozy Brews. I have learned my lesson from just blindly thinking that I know where the draft is every year. But, in fact, I did not. Master Motivator unlocked. Okay, well, I didn't purchase that, so we saved it. So, Cozy Brews, I'm actually... we're not sure. I'm getting a reading in. I think the draft was in... What was that? I think the draft was in San Diego, but they don't even have a team. They moved their team. Interesting. Okay. I don't know why they had the draft in San Diego, but apparently that's where it was here in 2028. Interesting. Okay. Now it's time to get back to work. Whoa. Yeah, mind blown. Tim Miles, he's locked us out. What was his deal breaker? I kind of wanted to keep him on the board in case... Can I not see deal breakers for any of these players? I kind of wanted to keep him on the board in case he flipped for some reason. But it's time for us to cook. It is time for us to cook. Let's see who is interested in the transfer portal. It doesn't look like we have a ton of needs. I mean, we're going to go into this screen and maybe go by this. Bryce Baker and then scream and cry because we don't have a realistic next option after Bryce. So we're going to be looking to pick up a quarterback in the transfer portal. Let's see. If we go sort by top prospects. Wow. Elijah Olke is the third ranked player in the transfer portal is interested. It actually has UAB as his #1 school. He is a junior though. That's unfortunate. Manny Ferris, the second ranked player in the class, also loves the way we do things here at UAB. Sean Payne, a cornerback. There's a lot of top players that are interested in what Coach Wade is selling. Kalen Kose, I think... Now look, Chad, I'm interested. I'm interested to hear what you think. We could, and maybe we go for both, to be honest. Maybe we're a little greedy. I kind of feel like we bring in the freshman, who I guess will be a sophomore, as kind of the heir apparent, redshirt him to take over for Bryce Baker. I don't love that he's a pocket passer, but he's got the youth. He's got the youth. I don't know. Scout the we'll scout both of them, because I think theoretically I can't tell if Welke is. I think that's how you pronounce it. I can't tell if Welke is I can't tell if he is already redshirted. I don't think he has been. So theoretically, we could redshirt him and then he could play the next year. That's a little weird, but we're gonna check. So he's got some good throw power, some solid accuracies, good break sack, some decent speed. He's no Bryce Baker. Pure runner sounds fun, but his speed is lower than Baker. I don't know. The timeline doesn't really make sense, and the accuracies are just not all that great. Kalen Kozar, don't love seeing 74 speed. 94 throw power, though. Stats. Oh, are you talking about the actual stats? Bum. Kalen Kozar. Getting that right backup quarterback is quite important. I mean, how did they play at their respective schools? I'm curious about that. How was the experience? Because we can see that in the little side panel down there. Welke didn't play at all, and neither did Kosar. Transferring out of Tennessee and Pitt, respectively. We could look at Shipman. Maybe we look at Bernie Shipman. Don't love a 3-star. I think we've kind of gotten a little bit past that. We don't really want a junior. Bad stats. Anyway, we'll add that. We're going to look at the running backs available. Jamaris Wilder. Transfer junior. From Auburn. We'll add him to the board. Take a look. Silas Folk, transfer sophomore, contact seeker. And then contact seeker. I don't love that archetype, but we're gonna take a look at. I mean, our running back room. Bo is gone. Byers is gone. So we just have Grubbs and Stoke. That's it. What's a contact seeker? They're a type of running back that think of them. They enjoy administering punishment to the defenders. They're running into tackles. They're very aggressive with it. Think of it like that. That's the best way I can describe it. On a wide receiver side, I feel like we don't have as many wide receivers as it is telling us we do. Daisy's gone. Bryce Kane is gone. George Ring is gone. We just don't have. I guess we've signed 3 wide receivers. We've got Jacaden Ferguson. We've got Spain. I suppose we have Carmaceo. We have Sanders. It's not that big of a need. We've already signed 3 wideouts. But it's not as bountiful as they're making it out to be. Sure, why not? We will try and sign the second best player in this class. Sean Payne, he also, I mean, these top players that want to be here, I see no reason as to why we should not want them on the team. I see no reason. We're at 33 targets. Might have added a little too much. A little too much here. Need at least one more receiver. True. Honestly, that's a good point. Because we have Spain, we have Jacaden Ferguson, but we've lost our top 2 wide receivers. So maybe we need, I mean, Brian Tant, T-A-N-T, to be very clear. We could steal, oh my goodness, Tavon Osborne. If you remember, he actually was the one that tied the game in the battle for the bones this season. I remember him. Juan Silvestro. Just because I would love to steal a player from our rival, we're going to add Tavon Osborne to the board. We're also going to go in here. I'll scout Shipman just in case. I mean, he doesn't excite me whatsoever. I'd rather Kozar. Shipman off the board. We're going to go position by position. We are going to remove some of the guys that maybe we don't need. Jamaris Wilder. Let's offer him a scholarship. Let's try and bring him in. How, do I have... Oh, I should not have wasted time scouting. We don't have any scouting perks. It's going to take far too long. Tavon Osborne, I don't even need to see you. I want you badly. Pause. Osborne, we're gonna go for just because, just for the lore. We've got a route artist, a speedster, an elusive route runner. Tavon would be another elusive route runner. Briggs, we already have. Manning, Provo, they've already signed. Moshood, it's gonna depend. I've also learned that scheduling visits, maybe I've said this in a previous stream, scheduling visits actually does nothing if you put it on a bye week. So, but in effect, it doesn't do anything during the transfer portal, which is quite annoying, but it is the truth. Championship, let's hard sell Moshood. We're going to hard sell him. He's a hometown hero. Let's bring in some more beefy offensive line help. We're offering a scholarship to Denton Harmon. I don't really care how good he is. He'll be solid. We have a bunch of right tackles, so we're going to move some of them to left tackle because that is not broken anymore. You're actually able to do that. Max Denson, let's get you in the building, buddy. He's another hometown hero kind of guy. Max Denson, gem. We don't know how good he is yet. No centers. Duzabel. Collier, we're just going to take him off the board. Carlos Shields should have a good hard sell for him. There we go. Conference legend. We'll do that. Manny Ferris and Zach Graves. Again, it's two of the top players in the portal. We're going to go after them both. We're getting greedy. We want only the best of the best here at UAB now. We've got our depth guys, but we're going to be aggressive. Manu Ho. I want him to... there's just so many guys that I feel like we should be able to get to. Look at those school grades, you know? They have improved dramatically. Aspirational goals. We have aspirational goals, Manu. We want to continue to get better. We've already signed Prude. We've already signed Karoma. Let's get HO in the building. Oh, shoot, Orlando. Santrell Hester. Victor HO. Let's bring Victor in. 4 stars. I think we might be able to get away with not really recruiting Hester because he doesn't have any other offers. Oshud, we'll see how aggressive they are. Voorhees, if we want him, we've got to push. He's a hometown hero kind of guy. We'll max it out yet again. Vildor, I'm not going to take Miles off just in case for some reason he flips his commitment. We're going to offer scholarships to both of these 4-star cornerbacks. Matos, we are going to need to actively recruit if we want him. Conference prestige, playing style, pro potential perhaps. We're going to aggressively bet that his pitch is standard bearer instead. These cornerbacks, I think we have a better chance at paying. I'm going to put 50 into him. 10 into Charbonnet. And I think we should be... this should be a good setup to carry us through, not having to change much. Mashoud we should get soon. We will see how this goes, but that'll be the setup for the first week. I'm so happy with, you know, honestly, at the end of the day, I'm just so happy that the draft, we got 5 guys into the NFL. That is so cool to me. Kalen Kozar, the freshman, Did I not put hours into him, or he just had no interest in UAB? Suppose not. Orlando Benshaw has locked us out. Everybody else still in play. So Kalen Kosar. I mean, it looks like we didn't. That's a huge mistake on my part. We didn't offer either of the quarterbacks, and we didn't put any hours into either of them. That is a huge, huge mistake. I'm gonna try and get Welke, but it may be too late. Just completely forgot to make them an offer at the most important position. So go figure. And we didn't put any hours on running back either. I don't know really what happened there. That is quite unfortunate. At least you got Baker. Yeah, but we need, I mean, maybe we'll find it in at the freshman. Man, we didn't put any. We were so focused on some of the other guys. Tavon Osborne. We might pull some hours off. We need to go after a 5-star. Yeah, I mean, we do. Actually, you know, we've gotten better at recruiting. If we don't see another school with an offer on this first go-round, we're going to pull the hours off because we might need them. Moshood looks like we're getting into the front on. He should be committed soon. We're going to be in a battle with LSU for Denton Harmon. We don't know enough about him to do the hard sell. I'm a little scared. Max Denson should also get next week. So any of those that are close to the finish line, we want to just finish off. Manny Ferris and Zach Graves. Do we know we know coach stability is one. Coach stability playing style for Ferris. So we want to get some powerful edge rushers. Coach stability playing style proximity to home. That looks about right. Oh man, there's so many with coach stability and playing style. I just don't feel good about it. We'll try and send the house, learn a little bit more. We do know Zach Graves, and look at those grades for Graves. It's over here. The clutch, C+, not the best, but then 2 A+. For playing style and playing time. Graves, even with the disadvantage on the pipeline, he could be coming to town. We will check back in on Manny Ferris next week. Manny H.O. We might catch Notre Dame. Unclear. Victor H.O. Everybody's in on. Moshood, Hester, Duke might catch us there. HO, conference prestige, playing style. Maybe we can deduce this one. We're going to have some competition for these guys. Conference prestige. Conference prestige. Playing style. I think it's standard bearer. Perfect. We've got great grades for that. Let's get Victor in the building. Voorhees. We should be about to land. We're going to get a lot of hours for other purposes in this portal. Charbonnet, we're going to put 50 on. So we should get 2 4-star corners to pair with Anthony Vildor. And maybe Tim Miles flips. I think unlikely, but it's possible. Matos, we guessed right. Gizzy is already signed. Or sorry, Mike White. We've got 10 hours to spend. Somebody else. Folk, perhaps. Unfortunate. Alright, we're going to advance the week. And in the 4th week, don't let me forget, we will add, to fill out the final board, maybe we won't do this. I think we won't have an issue with cutting players. We're going to try and find people that aren't recruited. Moshood Otomewo comes in at right tackle. Max Denson signs at right guard. Sean Voorhees signs at middle linebacker. We lose out on Welke. He wants to go to Alabama. That's... Alright, we're going to be paper thin at quarterback, so fingers and toes crossed for Bryce Baker's health. Wilder, we lose. We're going to need to fill some of those gaps. I'm not worried about it till week 4, though. We'll remove the players that locked us out. Miles, again, keeping on there because I'm still hoping he flips. We've gotten a lot of commitments, though. I think we're going to lose out on HO. We have the right pitch. Just simply nothing more we can do. Washood. I don't even know if we need to put hours into him. Duke is trying to bring up the rear on these two guys, but I don't know if we need to be too scared. Devarius Matos. Got the right pitch. Maybe we'll beat out Kentucky. Maybe we won't. Carlos Shields, we've got a far better pitch than Colorado. Welke's about to commit to Alabama. Wilder's about to commit to Clemson. Unfortunate. We should get Silas Folk. Championship contender, Coach Prestige. Is anybody even recruiting Silas Folk? No. We'll still put 50 hours in. Just cause we can. Manny Ferris. We still don't know his hard sell. But we know he likes playing style and coach stability. Maybe we can deduce it now. Coach stability, playing style, proximity to home. This might be the same as last time. We're going to guess it's this one just because that's a better pitch for us. If we're wrong, we probably lose him, but it's probably our only chance of getting back in. Sean Payne. Nobody else is recruiting him. We should be good. Looks like we're going to lose out on Zach Graves, even though we have the right pitch. Ohio State's just better. Rashard Charbonnet. We're going to probably lose him to Georgia. Going to lose a lot of these guys to some of the big boys. Coach stability. We're gonna make a guess on the pitch. Dion Hartman. We know his sell. A lot of these teams are just coming in fast and furious. The transfer portal gets crazy, and we didn't even lose that many players this time. So, all things considered, a relatively chill transfer portal, if you could call it that for us. Looks like we might lose Victor H.O. Maybe. I don't know. Unclear. Mississippi State's coming after Tavon Osborne. I think not. I think not. We must steal him from our rivals. Championship contender. Coach prestige, conference prestige. Seems likely. Status seeker. Oh, wait. No, not that one. Championship contender. Conference prestige. Pro potential. It's likely... Tavon wants to be a Sunday player. Well, you're not going to do that at Memphis. You simply won't. So what we're going to do with our remaining hours, actually, is we're going to go into the transfer portal. We're going to see what quarterbacks are left, if any. We'll look at the top ones. See who has yet to lock us out. I mean, Bernie Shipman, backfield creator. He's already... It's top 5. We could get in this. We're at least going to scout and look. We need at least one more quarterback for depth. Baraka Ugo, dual threat, transfer sophomore from Troy. The only team that beat us last season. Did he play at Troy? He did not. Nick McKnight from Ohio State is a backfield creator. And Cortland Lacey is a pocket passer. Cornell Office. I like I like the sound of this man's name. Cornell Office, we're gonna look at him too. We're gonna try and get somebody as a backup. Baraka Ugo. We want to know what we're working with. Cornell Office. Dual threat with only 71 speed doesn't inspire a lot of confidence in me. I think Ugo might have slightly better accuracies, but worse speed and acceleration than Cornell Office. And Bernie Shipman, we don't even have an offer out to him. 88 throw power, 80 speed. Honestly, he's not bad. He's not horrible. I think we're gonna offer on the 2 freshmen. See who sticks. No competition for office right now. If we want Shipman, we're gonna have to put some hours into him. So we're gonna send the house. And then we're gonna do the same thing for our running backs. Just try and look for some guys that are still open. Folk, we're already in on. Our running back room is quite thin. We're really looking also for players that don't have offers. So Ramey is a good example. DeAndre Penny is not. Could sort it by this. Xavier McNabb. We might McNabb him at the end of this portal. At the end of this portal options. Yeah, I'll see myself out. Cameron Alexis could be good. Would like a guy with a little more juice than just a year. Yeah. Maybe we'll offer him just because he has no offers, and we do need that depth. Running backs, to be truthfully honest, we're not going to be that picky. We just need bodies. With graduation, and with one graduation, one transfer, and one early declaration for the draft, the room is quite thin. We don't have good scouting on running backs, so we'll put 50 on Ramey and call it 15 on McNabb. Okay. We're gonna exit. We're gonna advance the week. You know the drill. You know how it goes. Try not to make the transfer portal too long, but it is important. It's where we've gotten some of our best players. Lost out on HO, lost out on Graves, lost out on Charbonnet, lost out on both HOs, I suppose. Unfortunate. We swung for the fences, didn't quite get there. We're winning on Hartman, and I think we could maybe get back into it for Ferris. We'll see. Final week. And then, of course, we got off-season progression. Which will be exciting too. So let's go through. Shipman, we made up a massive amount of ground. He likes championship contender, brand exposure, and playing time. Well, buddy, we can give you a few of those things. Brand exposure, championship contender, playing time. There we go. Primetime player. Bernie, are you the next Bryce Baker? Only time will tell. We don't need to go overboard on the quarterback recruiting because we still have, we still have Baker, we still have Boyd, we still have Nightmare. Bringing 2 in seems like a good number. I don't think we need Ugo. Folk and Ramey, we're in on. McNabb, Arizona State is coming in at the last second trying to McNabb him away. So we'll put 50 on him. Cameron Alexis. All the other guys seems like we're going to get. Still go for a 5. Oh, yeah. Quarterback is not settled at all. That's primarily we guessed the wrong hard sell. unfortunate. We might not have a chance to get Osborne now. Steal him from our rivals. I think aspirational goals was the pitch. We'll see. We definitely have better grades than Mississippi State. That has to be true. Denton Hartman should get him. Graves can go goodbye. Carlos Shields we should get. Did we offer? It was the wrong pitch on Manny Ferris too. Coach stability, playing style, proximity to home. It has to be that one. Team player. Come on, Manny, come and be a team player for us. That's so close that I still think we could catch Virginia Tech. Manu H.O., he's gone. Victor H.O., also gone. Duke scares me a little bit for Orlando, so we'll send the house. Voorhees already here. We lose out in Charbonnet. Sean Payne, the #1 transfer at his position, the #6 overall transfer. Nobody else seems to have any interest in Sean Payne. Maybe he's got some off-the-field issues, but Coach Wade, he sees the potential. Devarius Matos, I think we're going to lose him. We're going to add some last-second guys in the portal. Excuse me, did that say we didn't have a punter? Wish we would have known that a little earlier. So we need a punter, like, now. Any transfer punters that are interested? I suppose the best one is Alex Divinity. Wild name. I suppose we'll auto get him, so yay, might as well. Are there better ones in the just the overall prospect list? Any 3 stars, perhaps? Mitch Spitz. I mean, a lot of these guys have no offers. Put Divinity on. I feel like I'd rather power in a kicker than. So we're gonna remove Divinity. We're gonna offer Moffitt. Put 50 on him. Might as well. And maybe we're just gonna go gem hunting now. We could use some outside linebackers if I remember correctly. Yeah, we could just use some linebackers. So we're just gonna try and snag 3 here at the buzzer. Let's look in the portal first, I suppose. We'll look at outside linebacker. Some of the best around. Robbie Cobb. Great name, no offers. Well, Robbie, how would you like to be a Blazer? David Adeniyi. He's got some offers. Jared McGinnis. How would you like to be a Blazer? And then maybe we'll look at middle linebacker. And we'll see, do any of these guys have offers? Robert Goodwell, come on down. So we're going to offer on all those linebackers. Robbie Cobb. Robbie, come on down. Jared McGinnis, come on down. I've tried to recruit young guys too, so they're around for a little bit when possible. Robert Goodwell, come on down. So this should make up. This has the makings to be quite a good class. I'm so happy I saw that we needed a punter at the very last second. How bad is our safety depth? Really should have paid more attention to that. It's going to be one of the weaker rooms. But maybe we'll move a corner over or something like that. Okay. Perfect. We will head to the next week. Let's see all the signings as we get towards wrapping this stream. Carlos Shields commits. Mashoud Orlando commits. Chantrell Hester. Ramey. Okay, that's the first running back that we're seeing. Denton Hartman, the 4-star right tackle. That's great news. Silas Folk. The running back, Sean Payne. Cornerback, that's huge. Bernie Shipman. Okay, we did win him. Robbie Cobb comes in last minute. Jared McGinnis. Robert Goodwell. I think those are all the guys we added last second. Dante Moffitt. Punter. We did seemingly lose a decent amount of these battles. I'm a little surprised. We lost a lot. We didn't sign as many players as I thought we were going to be honest. We lost Matos. We lost Osborne. We lost McNabb and Alexis. Not ideal. We lost Cornell Office. So we only signed one of the... Not as successful as last season, if I remember correctly. We are going to take a look at dev traits for all of them. All of our guys. We will start at the top. So Manny Ferris, Star Dev, Sean Payne, who nobody saw his potential but us. Star Dev, Vildor, as we know, Impact. Miles did not decommit. We knew he was a star. Denton Hartman, star. Silas Folk, star. Bernie Shipman, star. Okay, we are cleaning up in the transfer portal. Tavon Osborne, Impact. Robbie Cobb, the last second add, a star. Duzabel, we knew was Impact. Goodwell, we knew was Impact. Ugo, glad we didn't sign him. He was normal dev. Cornell Office was Impact dev, so we got the best of the quarterback we added. Best of the quarterbacks we added. Ramey, Impact. Devin Manning, star. We're going to have some stars on the offensive line. McGinnis, Impact. Duff, Impact. Slayton, Impact. These are a lot of guys we've seen. Impact. Mike White, normal. Denson, Impact. McNabb, didn't matter. He was normal. Mashoud, normal. Let's see, any other stars we've got here? Prude, Impact. A lot of Impact. I mean, nothing wrong with Impact dev, but good. We got some stars. No elites. No elite devs. Let's check our class. Where did it rank? 24th in the country. Not bad. Very solid. 1 5-star, 6 4-stars, and 23 stars. So I mean, compared to the American, it's simply not close. If we look at the ACC, it would have been about 7th in the ACC, right, kind of like middle of the pack. I feel like that's probably where we want to be. Big 12, it would have been 2nd. I feel like it's just not quite enough of a challenge. Big 10, it would have, yeah. Big 10 just doesn't make a lot of sense. And if we look at the SEC, yeah, that would have been way down. I don't think we're ready for the SEC. So let's see. We're going to go... Position changes is now not bugged. So if we actually have some players that we want to move around, we can. Let's go by QB. So Shipman, as a redshirt sophomore, comes in as a 76. And he has star dev, so he may be capable hands once Bryce Baker graduates. We will see, though. We will see. We will still go for the 5-star, like we said. Only got 4 running backs, which makes me a little nervous. Doug Grubbs, Silas Folk, and Villamy Ramey. Silas Folk is very, very slow, even though he is star dev. Oh my goodness. So slow. He's, I mean, short yardage guy though. 90 trucking, 90 stiff arm. Interesting. Got a lot of juniors. Got a lot of work to do on the running back side. We might move one of these wide receivers over, although the depth of this unit is not immense either. Slayton's a 64. Spain. Well, these guys will be updated, but interesting. Only 2 tight ends. Kind of dropped the ball on some of these guys. Abel had decided to stay. I think our prestige went up enough that he no longer saw the need. Right guard, we have a decent amount. We have so many right tackles. We're definitely going to move somebody over to left tackle. 74 being the highest. Maybe we move Manning over to left tackle. Let's move Manning over to left tackle. And maybe he'll play over some of the seniors. And we've got ample amount of right guards. Maybe a backup center or a backup left guard. One of these freshmen who might be a little worse. Garrison Provo. We would want to get him some potential playing time. Well-rounded guard there. The offensive line immediately already looks better than it has in many seasons. I mean, Hartman was a huge get. 87 at right tackle. Very key. Duzabel. We have very, very little depth at pretty much every position. If we have injuries, we are going to be absolutely screwed. We got a lot of cornerbacks, though. So I hope you love cornerbacks. Sean Payne comes in at an 85 overall. That's quite nice. Anthony Vildor, our 5-star, our first 5-star, he comes in at a 77 overall. So that is huge right off the bat. Duff comes in at a 74. Alba and Poop Butt. Oh, Gizzy, I have to change his name soon. Comes in at a 79. 88 kick power. Right off the jump, that's pretty nice. And I was told John Hurt was no longer available, but apparently that was a lie. So Moffitt does look to be quite good, though. And of course, Mike White is a fan favorite. So that does not surprise me. We have very little depth. It's quite scary. I don't know why that is. Maybe we've been recruiting too unbalanced. Maybe we haven't been focused enough, but it's a little scary. We're simming ahead to the best part of the offseason. Player progression. We've gotten 12,000 points. Another 10 coach points. Only 1 player at risk of transfer currently. Quite nice. Let's dive into some of these training results. Cornell Burden up to a 92 as a senior. He will be drafted. If he can get drafted in the first round, we will be able to unlock that next tier. Bryce Baker, add some speed, add some acceleration, add some agility. He increases his throw power to 96. Shipman, I mean, he's pretty good right behind him. He'll be a junior next year, but Baker ups his accuracies. A little bit better throw on the run. I mean, he's got an insane ball carrier vision, juke move, spin move. I mean, Bryce is legitimately like an excellent runner. It's a shame because I don't think he'll get the recognition he deserves. But if you look at his, yeah, I mean, I wish he had invested a little bit more in upping some of that accuracy, but you can't knock him for just really wanting to up his prowess as a dual threat. Does it mean his overall might not be as high as it could otherwise be? Sure, but he looks great. On the running back front, let's Stoke increased his overall 7. Grubbs is up to an 86. Silas Folk is up to an 84. I'm curious. I'm not sure where they were really spending their points. Maybe they just didn't have money to speak of. Star Dev though, impact. So some good players. Robert Spain adds workhorse ability. He adds 5 speed. He's 94. 5 acceleration. Jacaden Ferguson doesn't improve all that much, which is surprising given how much we played him. I don't know if is he maxed out, and that's potentially why. He's not really close to his caps, so unclear exactly what the holdup was there. Carmaceo will probably get some play, which is actually quite unfortunate. He's not exceptional. We recruited him the first season, and he's finally getting some play. But I'm gonna go back out and come back in because it was just holding everything to the side. Tackle up to a 77. Abel's up to an 85. He had a great season last year. He only allowed 1 sack, and remember the season before that he allowed 0 sacks. So he's only allowed 1 sack through 2 full seasons, which is pretty nice. He got some abilities. BJ Burke's up to an 86. He has upped his run block and his pass block. He's looking pretty nice. Hartman up to an 88. Solid run blocker, solid pass blocker, nothing crazy. On the edge, we had no improvements. Burden, like we said, up to a 92. He will be the star on the defense. Kyle Blade improves. Robert Goodwell. Robbie Cobb, +4 overall. JJ Smith up 6. Cornerback Parker Flavors slots into the 2 spot. Sean Payne didn't improve very much at all. We've got some speed. Hashim Rousseau. Oh man, it's been a while since we talked about the Rousseau brothers. He improves 7 overall, massively increasing his speed. He's going to be awesome. We might need to play him over some of the other players that we have available. Brooks with the free safety. Brooks with the +6 improvement. Poop Butt improves by +1. Jaquez Alba, a little bit of improvement. We will see where we are looking like next week. That was a quick simulation. Encourage transfers. There's almost no way that we're going to encourage anybody to transfer. Yeah, we're still well under the roster size limit, so we won't be doing any of that. We are moving from the American UAB move team. We're headed to the ACC. The only question is, let's see, they have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. We are a perfect fit as the 18th team. Geographically, maybe not. It probably makes sense if we were closer to the East Coast, but it's the next challenge. UAB moving into the ACC. There you can see us, the ranked teams from last season: Pitt, SMU, Miami, Clemson. So we should have more of a challenge here than we did in the American, and the American will certainly miss us, but just not quite enough competition for us. We needed to take on some better teams. So actually in that custom conferences tab, we are going to set our protected rivals. Protected opponents. Protected opponents. Hold up. Let's see. What would this... Oh, no. This is only within the conference. I don't know how you find the protected rivals, actually. I don't know how you do that. Or maybe it's only within conference play and we just have to schedule our rivals each year. Because we're playing Memphis in the Battle for the Bones. Undoubtedly. So we've moved UAB to the ACC. We're going to advance. We're not encouraging any transfers. Weekly advance summary. We are starting the season ranked number 15 in the country. 85 overall with an 86 offense. Very interesting. We're going to check out our custom schedule. We've got at Troy. We've got at New Mexico State sprinkled in here. I'm going to be honest. I don't know if we're going to be playing non-conference. We have like 3 games that are on the road, non-conference. We're not going to be doing that. New Mexico, we're going to try and swap with Memphis. But if not, maybe we'll have that week 1. Where is Memphis? Chat, do you see this? Am I blind? Let's just... We know they're in the American. Maybe we have to do it every week till we can find them. Memphis. There we go. Memphis Tigers. We're playing in week 2, and they're coming to our stadium. We'll play a road game at Troy. I don't know what Troy is in. We will play at Troy. Some tune-up games in the early going before we get into the bloodbath that is the ACC. Looks like we've got Virginia at home, Clemson on the road, Florida State on the road, home for California. Got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 home games. Let's make that 7. Let's see who we have as an option in week 9. You know, I'm still mad at Boise State for stealing our bid last season and then getting stomped. So we're gonna add Boise State to the schedule, which you might be thinking that's pretty bold. But I think it makes sense. We're gonna take that from week 0, and we're gonna move. We're gonna schedule something week 8. A home game, perhaps. Unsure exactly who makes the most sense. Maybe an old conference foe in Navy. The USF? I don't remember playing the USF in the American. We'll bring USF on campus. We'll play a home game. We're not playing FCS this year. We want to be considered more seriously by the committee this season. So we add a ranked game from a season that was from a team that was previously ranked. We're actually going to go to the blue field at Boise State. Should be fun. We play home versus Pittsburgh. The end of the season is going to be a tough schedule. I believe in the boys. We've got 2 rivalry games to start off the season. It's going to be a packed schedule. We start with the 2 rivalries. You know everybody's going to show out for those. We've got on the road at Clemson. This season, the level of games, it's going to be higher. But we customized that schedule. We're going to just check this first. I'm going to end the stream soon. Great stream. We're going to see who the top prospects are. I mean, most of them would at least entertain the idea of going to UAB, which is more than usual. We're not locked out for deal breakers on many of these guys. We've even, I mean, this is the edge 4 stars here. We're starting to get some of these top guys that are even interested in us with starting interest. Coach Wade doesn't shy away from competition. I mean, that's why we moved to the ACC in the first place. It should be a pretty wild ride. It looks like there's 3 5-star quarterbacks. We've been locked out of 1. Only 1. Dean Bolin likes championship contender. Lee Telfort wants playing time. We're probably going to go after the #1 quarterback recruit in the country, the number 7 in the entire nation. We've got a pipeline. We're going to go after him hard. Dual threat 5-star quarterback. Lee, he could be the heir to Bryce. Don't forget to change Mike White's name. A perfect reminder. I'm not going to build the whole board and make you just sit and watch and wait. But I am going to... I need to... Because it takes a while. We've been in the menus for a minute. But we will be changing Mike's name. Let's see. Also, I didn't see his... He can't improve his kick power, which is unfortunate, but he can improve his kick accuracy. So I wish he had... He's got easier timing on deep field goals, but I just wish he could improve his skill caps a little bit more. Okay, edit player. Let's get Mike White in the game. Mike. Oh, and we have to see where Zendaya went. We have to see where Zendaya went. Mike White. Any preference in number for Mike White? We'll leave him at 14 for now. Oh, no. Don't want to do that. Could change his physique. Can't change the face, though. Gear. 50. I see. 50 or 37. 37 is available. 50 is not, so we'll go 37. I see the homage. Mike White, the kicker. I almost feel like we should maybe rename. I mean, would it be too much to change to Robert Mariano? That's my question. Boston Rob comes onto Coach Wade's squad. I feel like we can't do it for like Robert Spain. We could do it for one of these guys. Marlon Creech, Maurice Angel, Devonta Slayton. Better to change the name of the freshman. Exactly, because we've already seen them play. We know their kind of MO. I'm very intrigued at how Bernie Shipman might develop, but Bryce Baker is going to be a freak on the field this season, and we're going to need him to be. The running back room is solid, but not very deep. And wide receiver room, while good, it's not as good as it has been in years past. So we'll just need some help. New guys. Is there? I don't know if there's any names of freshmen we want to change. If anything, we can't change. We also can't change. I feel like Anthony Vildor. Although, interestingly enough, I don't know how much he'll actually play this first season. I want to check. Let's see if he has many skill caps. He is uncapped in man and zone coverage. A couple caps in his speed, but yeah, basically the only thing where he really has any caps is his run stopping. He should be a beast. Should be a beast. But yeah, we've got, that's, cornerback is like one of the few spots where we've got some really good depth. Cornell Burden too, man. Alright, so that'll be all for... Oh no, I want to look up one last thing. We're gonna find... how did I do this before? I think we did view roster and then we looked at the national, something national roster. There we go. And we know Zendaya is a middle linebacker. Oh, but Zendaya is going to be in the middle of it all. That's okay. We'll find. I'm looking for a Daya. Zendaya goes to, I believe that's Nevada. Nevada. So let's check on where Zendaya ended up at Nevada. I mean, likely gets some playtime. Although I can't remember what Zendaya's deal breaker was. But good to see Zendaya did find a home. I can't remember if Colby... he shouldn't have graduated. So we'll go back up and look at East Carolina. And Colby is absolutely buried on the depth chart. Simply no way he's making the field. Unfortunate. That's quite sad. I mean, his career was ended, you know, with the skill cap bug before it was fixed. You hate to see it. See, I keep seeing things where I'm like, oh, I guess I could check that. Heisman watch. I want to see, is Bryce Baker on the list? He's not. The disrespect, unbelievable. Grunkmeyer, Ethan Grunkmeyer, leading the list. Elijah Welke, the guy we considered recruiting, 90 overall. That would have been interesting. We had been able to land him. The debate between him and Bryce Baker. Interesting. Preseason All-Americans. Don't know if we'll have anybody on this list, but interested to check just in case. Preseason second team. In fact, nope. ACC though. Or is the ACC going to disrespect us on our way in? The ACC, yeah, I guess Miami and Clemson are the only teams that exist in this conference. Okay. Noted. Noted. We've got us, UAB here, Miami, SMU, Clemson, Pittsburgh, and even Duke ranked. So it'll be, this is not the American Conference. This is not the American Conference. So that'll be all. We'll set up the recruiting board before the next. But you know what? As a little treat, we're going to scout Lee Telfort. So Lee, as a true freshman, be coming in with 84 speed, 89 acceleration, 93 throw power, 82 short accuracy, 80 medium accuracy, 70 deep accuracy. I mean, yeah. He's getting the scholarship offer immediately. We don't need to see much else. We don't need to see anything else, to be honest. Lee is going to be the biggest guy we go after. And you know what? Why not? Let's see. we could try and get a big wide receiver. We can try and get this running back that we have a 3-star pipeline on. From Mobile, Alabama, Eric Abraham. We're going to put him on the board. And again, we don't need to be scouting these guys. Normally I wouldn't, but I'm curious. Oh, I forgot we don't have good. I'll do it just this once, just for this one guy. 90 speed, 92 acceleration. His break tackle at 82. Change of direction. The juke and spin are not amazing, but that's because he probably has a crazy truck move. Yeah, we need Eric Abraham on the squad. We need him here. Telfort, we are going to have to go against some big dogs with some big pipelines. Eric Abraham looks a little bit more manageable. Nobody has... Georgia and Auburn have some good pipelines, but I don't know. It'll be tough. The other thing that I think I had heard is that guys from some weird places, so if we look back at the top prospects, Irvington, New Jersey. I'd be interested to see what the pipelines on him were. Covington, Georgia. Like this guy, perfect example. Morgantown, West Virginia. How is he the 4th ranked player in the class and he is 5'7", 164? That seems awfully light. I'm curious how many schools have Morgantown, West Virginia as their pipeline. So like usually any place. Brooklyn might be a weird one. Delaware is another. I mean, those are great ones because I don't know if the CPU goes as hard on guys that are not in their pipelines. So we're gonna look. I mean, I just wanted to put them on here so we can see. You can see the pipelines. Oh, Ben Stork. I guess Delaware is a huge pipeline. That's kind of crazy to me. Wilmington is in Delaware, yes? I'm not making that up. Okay, here's what it is. It is in Delaware, but given the pipelines that I see on display, I think that probably meant to be coded in as the North Carolina Wilmington. But anyway, you look at Brooklyn, you look at Morgantown, and like I said, very few schools that are in the top that have the pipeline. So we're gonna remove Stork because I think that will be a battle we will not win. But we might try on these 5 stars that Trammell Hills and Fetu Ali, that just they don't have. The other schools won't have the built-in advantage, and now our grades are good enough that we may actually be able to compete. So we'll just look one more time. Irvington, Hirschberger is a great last name, and I'm curious to possibly even recruit on that alone. I don't know if Irvington, New Jersey is a big pipeline. Obviously, Ohio is. We added Ali, South Carolina. Apparently Wilmington, Delaware is a huge one. Dean Bolin we could look at. We could look at him. We'll probably put Kafka on there too. Dean Bolin, yeah, see, he's another one. Janesville, Wisconsin. It's another place with the pipeline is pretty much non-existent. So Telfort may be who we actually want. Bolin may be who is more attainable. Hirschberger, some people have some good pipelines into New Jersey. We will see. That'll be all for the stream. We will go ahead and we'll go ahead and stream and raid. But thank you so much for being on the stream. I really appreciate it. And see you in the next one. Peace.